Alright. Let's get this fucking camera going. It's new. No one's on here yet? Don't worry about the Bin Laden thing.
Okay.
Untreatable gonorrhea is on the rise and is treatable.
apparently if you get like 2 shots, you can. It covers your bases, but.
But that's the news, Andrew?
One of the stories, yeah.
That it's growing, but it's treatable? But
Well,
it's called untreatable at the start of the...
That's how they that was the headline. I was the one who
Right.
posted it. But they say it's like the one medication doesn't work.
Yeah, but you get 2 and then it's treatable.
Sort of, for now.
Wait, because it'll evolve to be even harder?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Gonorrhea on top of gonorrhea on top of gonorrhea?
Well, no, it's just different. It's a mutating virus. So it's just changing. So the antibiotics that we have that block it or that cure it aren't working anymore.
We just make new ones.
Well, they don't put a lot of money into antibiotics research because they don't make a lot of money for drug companies. That's the overall battle. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Like my mom has a what's called a neobladder. They had to like create a new bladder for her out of intestinal material because she had cancer, and she gets infections all the time because it's not really a bladder. And now they're like running out of antibiotics for her, so she has to be like super careful to not get any kind of, because there's just not that many.
That's
out
terrifying
there in the
news for me.
Yeah. So wrap it up. Is the news or the solution?
Sarasota, Florida. Come on in. You're going to be defending against the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. What's the cup for?
WrestleMania 3, Pontiac, Michigan. Yeah, 90,000 plus people watching right there. And this is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time, because you'll never get closer than now. I am the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, and I will remain the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. And George Animal Steel on the outside will be no factor. Yeah.
You say no factor. Obviously, he is a factor, or you wouldn't even brought it up.
Oh, wow, Mr. Sarcasm. Yeah, I don't care if you got 23 wrestlers around the outside. It doesn't even matter, no, because I am ready, and I will not let this opportunity slip through my fingers. Cup of coffee, man. Yeah. Man. Wow, man.
Okay. Good podcast yesterday. Thanks, John. Yep, no hair, Ellis. Mixing it up.
and I sent $10,000 to that Unidos thing, which is the Puerto Rican relief thing where 100% of the money goes to the Puerto Rican people. So.
Okay. We should mention that today.
Huh?
We should mention that today. Tell Andrew.
Okay. I just want to let you know, I didn't know what you were going to do with your half.
Yeah,
If
I
there's
know.
some other charity, I'm way behind on donations this year, so if there's some other charity you wanted to give to, I can throw some money to that too.
Yeah, well, I don't know anymore. I don't know. I told Linda ages ago to just give it to the people of Vegas, but I don't think she even responded to it.
That was like a kind of an interesting one. I mean, they raised like millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars.
And they didn't really need it, huh?
They didn't really need it. I mean, it's
for the people.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be obviously people who are, people who died. Sounds terrible. Their expenses are finite. There's going to be a lot of people who are, paraplegic, etc. After that whole thing, they're going to need a lot of money for the rest of their lives.
Right.
But they got a lot of money. I mean, Puerto Rico is still half the island still doesn't have power or running water.
I think I might just give it to the Tony Hawk Foundation.
That's fine too. So, whatever you're gonna do. I know there's so many things right now.
Because I know where that goes for sure.
Right. Yeah, I know this Unidos thing is very highly thought of, and they've 100% of the money goes to the people in Puerto Rico. That other thing with that Vegas thing was GoFundMe was taking a chunk. Because they take a percentage. They donated a percentage, but they still took a big chunk
That's
of it.
That's what GoFundMe does, right?
Yeah, and you don't get a tax break on it, which might also have been why Linda was not super excited about you donating to that, because you'll get a write-off for it, because it's GoFundMe, so it's not a 501c charity. Tony is. You would get money.
I know, right?
Yeah. But yeah, if there's some other one you can think of.
No, that's it.
All right.
If I'm a little bit confused, I'll just give it to Tony.
All right. So yeah, I also just sent some money to Doctors Without Borders and Planned Parenthood, but we don't want to touch that on the show, I'm sure. And
I'm glad you did that.
Yeah, right. Man.
I'm not supposed to. I'm admitting that on YouTube right now. So.
What?
That I'm okay with abortion.
Choice.
I think. Well, I'm okay with a woman doing that to herself. Yeah. It's her body.
Right. Yeah,
I'm not okay with anybody deciding that, except the person that has the baby.
Right. Well, the thing that sucks for Planned Parenthood is that they've gotten caught up. I mean, yes, they do perform abortions, but they also provide a ton of medical care. And
I know, because Katie go there all the time, and it wasn't for an abortion.
Yeah, and that's the funding that they're cutting off through the federal government because of the abortion. And it just
I'm not a woman, but I live with one.
Yeah, it just sucks. So yeah, it's like threw them some money today, and I was like, holy shit! Plus, I'm having a good year in the stock market. So
You are?
Yeah.
Teach me how to do that.
I have a guy who does it for me.
Oh, well, fucking fuck you.
And,
don't worry about it.
There's a minimum level of that. But for you,
right.
I would say
you are right though.
You should just pick target funds. That would be my advice. But again, without assessing your financial situation, I can't actually make a legal recommendation to you because I'm registered to do business in this state. So.
Jesus Christ, fancy pants! Forget it.
I'm a licensed trader.
Okay.
Yeah. Will got mad at me too for warning him about Bitcoin.
Because you wouldn't help?
No, because he put something out there about Bitcoin, and I was like, you should definitely make a disclaimer. Past performance, no guarantee of future what, Will? Not talking to me.
Josh doing the podcast. He'll be on Sunday. So we'll go live on YouTube on Sunday for that. Still friends with Thomas. Driving a S550. Still got my truck too. What's going on, Kenzo? Woody? You're not even on here, huh? Man. What am I drinking? Opie and Anthony trashed me, aren't they? Trashed? Last I checked. She needs to suck a butt. Oh wait, are you that weird dude on YouTube that has your own account that has like a slur. You're like, Jim Lawton makes 700,000. Like, is that who you are? You are that dude. You're the guy that just makes shit up about all those people. I've heard you. You funny. You got a saga. You always got a saga to talk about. So glad I'm not in that. First book is the only book I read. You just report what they say. Well, those guys are super factual. But it is great to have you here. I'm not sure why you're here, but it is great to have you here. He did not warn me about Jim. I mean, why would he warn me? He doesn't like me. Why would he want to help me out? The bottom line is every single person you're down with hates me. And they never liked me. It's all been a lie. It's all a scam and a lie. Alright. Thanks for listening for 10 years. Thanks for being here, Gio. Yeah, you can report it. They lied on the radio. They're the #1 show. No, they're not.
Your mic's still on, by the way.
On what?
Your mic.
Oh. Yes, again. Have you seen Opie's pathetic? I have a regular job. Bit on Twitter? I haven't seen any of that. I just see, I follow him on Instagram, so I see photos of him at the beach fishing. And, I mean, if you have enough money to not have a job, why would you have a job? But I don't know about the... It seems weird. I feel like you're a fan, but you're super mean to them. Like, he's pathetic. Is he pathetic? I mean, he's a pretty... I mean, when you think about it, all these other people that are still doing radio, if it wasn't for him, none of them would exist. None of them are self-made like he is. They're all tag-alongs. They all came from somebody else's balls. Everybody. He started it. And now he's not doing radio. I'm pretty sure he's rich forever, so, you know, he can take care of himself. Yes, I mean, I don't, any of them, none of them are fans, but I would say he's the one that, they all swang off. Even, Anthony and, what's his name? Artie. No swinging. Are you gonna record this and then like play it back and make up a fake story about it? I don't know. No, I'm not getting dragged in. I separated myself from all of it. It's just this one guy on YouTube that I know because I did get dragged into it again with people that are connected with Opie and Anthony. So I'm not affiliated with anybody.
Actual headlines.
Yeah,
Should have
so
done
I don't
that
know,
before.
I mean, it is kind of like a pick and choose,
Yeah, sure.
but hopefully that's more what you're looking for.
Yeah.
In headlines, let me see what I have.
Scott,
Hmm?
I'm talking camera.
Ah.
I don't need to do it. I have that Papa John's thing. I don't care about it.
Dude, is it gay? It's pretty old.
Yeah, that's the only one I have is the Papa John's, just because he's a character on the show.
No, I removed myself, and I maybe go somewhere with Craig Ferguson. I like him. Hmm. Why do you not seem like such an asshole now that you're talking to me? Your YouTube videos are pretty mean. You should make Andrew sing Sugar Hill Gang. Why? What is Sugar Hill Gang?
Hip hop, Rapper's Delight, the first hip hop song.
Can you do that, Andrew?
Sorry, what was that?
Can you rap? Can you do Rapper's Delight?
I mean, I can read the lyrics. That would be amazing.
Yeah, could you do that, like, to the song?
Yeah, it'd go really good, I bet.
I mean, we
That
have.
does kind of play into something I'm pitching in the meeting today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So, can we still do it or no?
Yeah. I mean,
Kevin, does it ruin it or can we still do it?
I mean, I can tell you my idea right now.
Yeah, go.
Just like hype Andrew hyping over like classic sections of classic hip hop songs. So like kind of like being like a DJ Clue.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah,
It's not the same thing.
It's
Yeah.
not the same thing, which means you're in the clear to
Cool.
do that in the first hour because all we have is open discussion in the first hour. So
So you want the bed of Rapper's Delight and then me trying to
Yeah.
like karaoke to it?
yeah,
Okay.
with the lyrics written in front of you, so
Yeah.
you can copy it. Good idea, whoever the fuck that was.
There is a new Tyrese video. I don't know if we want to do that again.
Wait, he's got what? He's freaking out again?
He's saying everybody that's calling me, telling me to get off the internet and stop freaking out. You have your kids. I don't have my kids. So stop calling me. I have to change my number.
That's all his friends. They're really that was a bunch of real friends that were trying to fucking help him. Like that's what I'd do if I had his number. I'd be like, dude, I don't know if anyone's told you, but you should totally stop doing that.
We have that as well.
Fuck.
Understand, it can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead. Jason Ellis. Moose Knuckle. Red the Dragon. Knight. Danger. Canada. Uncircumcised. Philanthropy. Stupid stuff. Supercross. Hey. Nipple. Machete. Fashion. A scintillating bloodbath. A hellacious fury. Evil. Cannabis. Interesting thing. Awesome. Radio. Take your skirt off. Let me see your tits. Take your panties down. Let's see what you got. I'll buy your butt cheeks. Take a look. I wanna see inside your beaver. What's that?
It's the Jason Ellis Show. With Jason Ellis.
Bend over and let me see your ass.
Michael Sully.
I fucked everybody who ever asked me to.
Andrew Bruce.
I'll have one joint, please.
Kevin Kraft.
Yeah, I sucked that dick off too.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis. Also blown up. Jason Ellis. This is the Jason Ellis Show.
You know, baby.
Hey! How's it fucking going, man? I feel weird. I sound weird. Welcome to the show. What about if I harmonize myself? As I said, welcome to the show. I'm probably gonna get a call this afternoon about my success in television and how I'm gonna be a huge success. So enjoy it while it lasts, because I'm off to bigger and brighter things. I'm gonna be a TV star. Hey, look at me, everybody. I'm going to the club. Let's get some chains. Bottle service. Yeah! I've got to, do some crunches. I don't have any abs at all right now. And if I'm going to be on television and I'm going to wear a vest with no shirt so you can see my abs, where the fuck are my abs? God, dude, give me the fucking piss out the fat thing. For the love of fat lard.
I know.
Are you ready for stardom, Michael?
Am I going to be a star?
I thought you looked over and hype anybody in the green room. No, Michael, are you ready to be on television?
So the meeting went well?
I don't know. Probably. What, we will? Oh, you can't be, you're sick, and I appreciate that you're here, but you cannot be hype Will today. That's not going to work out for me. Yeah, that's not cool. What about if you and Andrew both hype at the same time?
Get me away from that sick boy. Yeah, I've got a cough on you. Oh, I've got the diseases.
Wait, how are you hype me when you're talking about how sick Will is? Like,
He's looking at me.
yeah, but I'm looking for you guys to hype me. That's what hype Andrew, hype Will do. They hype a guy who's looking for some hype action. That's me.
I'm trying to hype the sick boy.
But I'm not the sick boy. Will's the sick boy, and Will's not. You're not hyping Will. You're hyping me.
What if he has polio?
Right, that's it.
See you on TV.
Anyway, as I was saying, I'm probably gonna be huge. So it's about time, Michael.
It is.
I've been waiting to be
You
huge
have.
for a while
Yes,
now.
you've been anxiously looking forward to that.
Right, yeah, and and good things come to those who wait. And here it is. Magical stardom dust sprinkled on my balls. Yeah, it'll be great. But the TV pitch did go really, really well, and that means absolutely nothing.
Why is that?
Because they say that. They say,
They always say that.
well, no, they say, well, no, there's usually, because I've been to TV pitches, they'll tell you no right there and then. Others will sort of say that, they're interested and they'll get back to you. And that could also mean absolutely nothing.
I understand. So a no is never a yes, but a yes can be a no.
Right.
Right.
Right. So, yeah, we're still...
You've entered the gauntlet.
and they liked it. The lady that was taking the pitch is very aware of me, heard the show, and was very interested and loved what we were pitching, and it sounded like she was really interested, and that's that, you know. And then I find out today how interested they are. So it's either you move on with your life like it didn't happen, or hey man, we're gonna start filming some shit. I really kind of liked the pitch because it was starting to steer towards less me getting hurt. They were more interested in the other stuff, and I'm going through a bit of a transition now where I'm sore, and I don't really, you know what I mean? I'll do it if it's like that stunt that I want to do off the car onto the skateboard. Yeah. I really think I can make that, and I really think that'll be a cool video, and I'm down with being a little crippled from that.
I understand. You gotta pick your spots.
Yeah, but I don't want to just be like, hey, let's do, you know what I mean? Let's film 3 months of me running through walls and shit.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh man, tough price for fame. But if they want to do stuff because they really like the family thing and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'll dad all day. That's awesome. No pain.
Yeah, dadding's easy.
I mean, compared to like fighting Shane Carwin, yeah, like it is kind of. I mean, you know, you got your problems, but there's always a solution. You know, with Shane Carwin, you know, I guess there was a solution, but it was, I don't know if my physical attributes were gonna help me in that at all. I think it was only a matter of time before I was gonna get knocked out in that fight.
Right. Well, dadding's not easy, but you got to do it anyway.
Yeah. I'm just saying, taking care of my kids most of the time, pretty much all the time. I mean, that's like I said, we got school drama from time to time, but school drama is it's different, you know. It's like drama of school. Kids, they're emotional. People make mistakes. It's not, I have a problem child and I need to figure out what is his or her pain and you know, work through it. Like some people do. Some people go through it and they're not bad parents. They just got a kid that's just super antsy, and they've got to deal with him doing all these weird things at school, and the kid feeling outcast, and then you got to worry about him feeling outcast and what that's going to turn him into as an adult because people treat him different because he's a fuck up as a kid. Like, holy shit, the drama of that. So
well, some people are good parents who have bad kids for whom there is no answer. Some people are good parents who have bad kids that are permanent bad kids that become bad people. That happens.
Yep.
There's people who raise like 4 children and 3 of them are fine and one of them is just a dick.
Yep.
It happens.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm one of them. My brother, he's a saint. He's a great guy. Slept with one woman his whole life. Just a good dude.
Yeah.
Real nervous when talking in front of people.
Right. Well, I think when you grow up in unusual circumstances, I would imagine
he did miss the first
10,
which were a doozy.
Yeah. Are you 10 years older than him?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were quite that much.
Oh no, that's not true. 6. That's not true. Yeah. 5 years older, 10 years older than Stevie. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but he missed that little pocket of broke
Yeah.
with my mum and that whole thing. And then nobody lived with my mum except me. And that wasn't
Well, because she wasn't there. Mom.
She was a drunk mum and went out with a couple of junkies and some stuff like that.
Right.
Made some mistakes with people around me. You know, people offering me crystal meth and all that kind of shit. So I don't think those things were...
Yeah.
I knew my brother couldn't catch fucking public transport. We were so different. He got driven everywhere.
I see, yeah.
My stepmom didn't do that. So I was just... It's weird. Like, I have more in common with Grant because I feel like of the first fucking 5 years of my life. Because I'm just like a tattooed
with Grant?
mongrel. Yeah, Grant Cobb. Sorry to bring... I just feel like somebody like that is somebody that, even if I didn't know Grant, and we were stuck in a room,
right?
I would
find each other,
right?
Yeah,
because he's fucked in the head. It's just weird how quick that can happen. Because as I said, my brother, he has my dad's blood. He's still a potential fuck up. Loves to drink. I think he fought alcoholism his whole life. I think now he might have a beer or two, so I don't think it's a bad thing. But for a while there, kind of got a little too into it. But I think it was more like he didn't get that into it. He just had a girlfriend that was super mummy about him. So he got in a lot of trouble for doing stuff that probably you and I, or I should say even just you, would not have got in trouble for the same age. Like,
Well, also, he's been in this relationship for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, my wife wouldn't be with me if she'd known me when I was 22
right.
years old.
So this is a weird. They knew each other since they were 16. He's, you know what I mean, he's fucking 40.
I'm
got
surprised,
3 kids. It's
I'm
crazy,
surprised I
right?
haven't any friends from when I was a teenager.
You know what's crazy is they have that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he hangs out with the dudes he went to school with. It's a different.
It's a whole different vibe, yeah.
Yeah, like this guy. I mean, one of the people, my little brother's best friend lives like 3 blocks away from my middle-aged brother, and they just go to work. You know, they live in. They moved a little bit out of Sandringham because that was too expensive, and now they live in. I think it's Hampton. It's fucking not. I mean, they didn't move.
I know there are people who do that and who are okay. Well, my sister lives one town away from where we grew up, and most of her best friends, or she's made work friends along the way naturally, but most of her she's in a relationship with somebody who she didn't grow up around, but she's got best friends that she went to high school with.
What is it
That's cool,
about
too.
some kids that have to split and go, and some that don't? What is that? A certain kind of person, or what is?
Yeah, I think
something
it is.
happens, or
I think
what?
I was always that person.
Right?
I think I was always that person. Yeah, and you know, it bums me out because I feel like at least in my family, it's often read as like contempt for where I come from. But I didn't not want that. I wanted that and more.
Yeah.
I love where I'm from, you know, but it wasn't enough for me. I don't want to sound like corny about this, but like you could see the skyline of New York City from the end of my block.
Right.
And just like,
what's in there?
What's going on over there?
Yeah. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have lasted 10 seconds. I would have been over there in a minute.
That's what I did.
I mean, I couldn't see anything. I was on a fucking island, and I was like, what is going on out there?
Yeah, exactly. And they've always known that about me. My family it was emotional for them when I left to go to school in Oxford because I think there was a major part of them that sincerely, truly believed I was never going to come home again. Maybe to visit. But once I got to England, I was just going to become like one of these fucking dickheads who lives in England for 18 months and has an accent.
Yeah, see, I don't think it was that hard for me to live here, because I don't want to sound like it's bad or anything, but I don't think anybody minded that I didn't come home.
Right, well, there's that too. Right. Yeah.
Like, I don't remember one person going, when are you coming home? Ever.
Yeah, it's easier to leave home when you don't quite have.
Yeah, right.
You know, I've got a nest that I can go back to.
Yeah, like if I went back home, I would go see my friend Tom Payton. That's it.
Right.
And, now I would see my brother. So there you go. I do have some. And
right.
my mum, but it's a weird, empty thing. You know, there's this all this weird stuff. Anyway, like I know people here that have been speaking English longer. You know, I've been living here for so fucking long. Over half my life. So all these people that I've known to me since I was a little kid. You know?
Yeah. It's a lifetime ago that you were there. You were a whole different person. And I personally feel like if I had, you know, if money was no object, and if professional responsibilities were no object, and if children were no object, if I was just free as a bird, I would never move home, but I wouldn't stay in LA. I would keep moving to other places.
Yeah.
I want to see the whole fucking world.
Yeah. I don't know about like stay permanently, but there's places that I've gone when I was a skateboarder where I was like, I don't want to get back on the plane. I would just stay here, and I didn't have the money to just stay in some fucking city. You know, if the skateboard company wasn't going to keep paying for me, I had to go. But I can. That must be a thing, because we're grounded. But you're right. If I didn't have kids, if it was just me and Katie, and I had money and I didn't have to be anywhere, man, we would go everywhere, because it's kind of. It's a little bit unfortunate that I feel like that I have to go places like to another country and stand there to get that feeling. Like, I should be able to just do it in my backyard, which is I can do that.
No. That doesn't work that way.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and some tropical island used to have an ad campaign about, like, if you could bring the memory with you, you'd never need to come back. Like, even if you've been to a place that you have a vibe for that place. Like, for some reason, we had a really nice time in Belize. Belize really stays with me. If I really think about it, I can kind of imagine what it feels like to be there. But if I took a plane there and went back to where I was, I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's what it's like.
Right.
You can't fucking take it with you. And because I know somebody, because I'm obsessive about this kind of stuff. I've been keeping a goddamn daily journal for 2 years and photographing shit and I keep mementos because I want to hold on to all the good memories that I have, but I'm well aware that it doesn't actually work that way.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing. I love when I can just look at a random day and be like, oh yeah, that's when Gray was in that phase or whatever. But you can't go back there, you know? When I pick him up and carry him to pee in the middle of the night and then give him one more hug before I put him back, like when he outgrows that, that's over forever.
It's hard to appreciate that moment too, because that doesn't sound like fun to me.
Oh, it's all
Getting up in the middle of the night and
Yeah.
making your son pee. It's like
No,
I did last
no.
night to watch my dog pee.
No, but I do it right before because he goes to sleep so long before I do. Just before I go to sleep,
Oh,
I'll go
okay.
grab him. It's not bad, so it's like I just get one more little
Okay.
snuggle with him before he goes to bed, and it breaks my heart to know that when that goes away, that just goes away, and
Yeah.
you can't take any of that.
I
shit
can
with
already.
you.
I got one that does look at me like that, and one that's starting to already disappear on me.
Yeah.
So it's like it's
Yeah.
very obvious to me when I'm talking to my daughter that my son will be like, I gotta go, Dad, and I'll be
Right.
like, oh,
Mhm.
wow, that's it.
And the cat's in the cradle.
You gotta do shit. Yeah, I know that song
Yeah.
used to get me when I was the kid.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that fucking song used to get me so much when I was about
Yeah.
17, 16, right when I was moving to America.
That song got a lot of people. That's
Right?
That's
But it's weird that it got a kid. I figured like this,
Mhm.
it would get somebody who's a parent,
Mhm.
not a fucking
Mhm.
belligerent child that was like, skateboard.
Yeah. I can honestly imagine a future, and I don't even really think this is all that far-fetched, where like 20 years from now, like you and me are doing, I don't know if it's a radio show or a podcast, if there's even a difference anymore, and we're just not even in the same place, and you can be wherever you are in the world, and I can be wherever I am in the world, and that's actually a pretty cool format. Nobody's doing that.
That's not true.
Who, really?
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
I mean, tons of podcasts do that.
Like what?
One guy's in another place, another guy's in another place.
But I mean, if I'm older and retired and I'm moving around quite a bit, I'm
Yeah.
not always in. Like,
Oh,
I'm
you're
not-
talking about in another country.
Yeah, I'm not talking about, Kevin's in LA and Bean's in Seattle. I'm talking
Okay.
about, like, well, let me tell you a little bit about the Netherlands, because that's where I happen to be right now. What's going on in Portugal?
Can that be done now?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, easily, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Not that that's the gimmick,
No,
it's just
no.
that, it's just that I'm a semi...
You know who could do that right now?
A
Joe
lot of people-
Rogan.
Yeah, a lot of people could do it.
Like he could be like, I'm
Yeah,
fucking
I'm gonna travel,
yeah,
I'm gonna
like
travel the world and I'm gonna broadcast and I'm just gonna interview people. Like I'll have a team that
Right.
looks ahead and tells me about interesting people and interesting things that are happening,
Yeah.
and I'll just fucking tell you about my world tour while
Yeah.
I'm doing it. That's a fucking amazing show.
I know. But you know what? I don't think it'd be a good idea to try and build an audience while you're doing that.
Oh hell no, no that'd be nuts. Some people do. There's a lot of. I mean, I kind of got the idea from Instagram, because there's people who do that, right? There's some family that, I forget, the guy made a bunch of money, started some shitty .com app, whatever. You've never heard of it, I've never heard of it, but it made like $10 million or whatever. And then he cashed out, and for some weird reason, he like refuses to live off of the money, so it's just in the bank. And his family just got a bunch of Instagram sponsors, and they just travel the world having this crazy life, and they make their money off their sponsors, and because people want to see the crazy family that picked up and just left.
Man.
So it is being done, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that they did not have a big following when they started doing that. So that guy gambled a lot.
Ari Shafir did it, but he didn't go live.
Right. Right. Yeah. And there's been TV shows. Obviously, there's travel shows.
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain.
My favorite one was
Hotel,
Tara Patrick with her traveling to clubs.
Oh God.
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh man, it was I think it was right before she kind of disappeared for a while and came back. Sharknado. The last thing she did before she disappeared.
Oh wait. No, not Tara Reid, not Tara.
Yeah, Tara Reid.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Fucking Tara. But she was she looked really.
Roofied on life.
It just seemed like you got to film that you're going to the club and all that, but you can't. How quickly did you get hammered
Yeah.
before they started film? You know what I mean? Like, sure, get hammered, but film some shit first.
Yeah, she probably showed up.
And it seemed like, she'd been drinking all day, and then she showed up to the club like, oh, me believe, woo! I'm like, man, that's,
Yeah.
and then the next day,
It's famed for its wild party atmosphere.
the next day
Let's
she's got.
see if we could get out of some trouble.
The next day, she's got like tons of makeup on and huge sunglasses. She's just fucking butterfaced out of her balls.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta go on a boat cruise. Fucking trashed. She was awesome.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
I did enjoy that show. Just because I was like, come on, get more hammered. I want to, fuck up more.
Yeah. I missed that one.
She's back though, right? She's got a career.
Sure.
Sharknado 5, right?
Yeah, and then
Took the words right out of Andrew's mouth.
Well,
That's
and
why
I
I
think
can't
that
say them.
she's doing. She's participating in all the Sharknado knockoffs as well.
There's Sharknado knockoffs.
Yeah, we've seen some.
Wait,
of these.
she's in other shark movies?
Isn't she in shit that's like?
That's...
Yeah, she's in Trailer Park Shark.
Oh, how dare you, Tara, whatever you are.
Party Bus to Hell.
Oh, wow, that sounds cool.
Yeah, a lot of layers to that one.
Yeah, I'm sure.
She'll be appearing in Ouija House.
Ouija?
As in a Ouija board.
Oh, isn't it a Ouija board?
Well, everybody says Ouija board, so do I, but it's written Ouija.
Okay.
Maybe you're supposed to pronounce Ouija.
I don't know.
Ouija.
Yeah.
I don't know. I say Ouija board too, but that's the way it's. Baby building. Oh, and then there's like the fake movies that they put up on IMDb. Remember, wasn't she in something that we were? Yeah, there we go. Andy the Talking Hedgehog, co-starring Dean Cain. Sadly, I do not know that's a real film. But that's a great way.
Blew it.
But now they're gonna do it. I bet it gets so much attention from. Wait, it's in post production.
Yeah, I don't know what's real or not.
Right?
Because I think like Baby Bulldog is also like a joke movie, or at least a joke poster.
But that's a great way, because you're talking about movies with tiny little budgets and that need to make a tiny amount of money to make their money back, and there's already so much direct-to-streaming, just garbage of the Dean Cain Tara Reid variety that if you can get a little online buzz going for is Andy the Talking Hedgehog real or not, I think that's enough to make that a successful streaming movie. I'll go to the premiere. Oh, there's a trailer.
Excuse me, announcer guy. You know, I think I can handle this. Hi everyone, I'm Andy, talking hedgehog.
Oh no, it's just a hedgehog though. But the hedgehog's not moving his mouth.
I love you too, Lily. But then we were transported to a magical land.
Where are we? In fairyland. And be careful what you wish.
Oh,
It is Tara Reid.
How much money do you think Tara got to say that?
$5,000.
Oh wait, they got. Oh man, he is.
This was made on an iPhone.
What the fuck?
Okay, so now we got a little Home Alone action happening. Don't spoil the whole plot, Andy.
Wait, he really is Superman in the movie?
I hope that you watch the movie because that producer guy says that he really needs the money.
I'm gonna kill that hedgehog. So, what does Dean Cain get and what did Tara Reid get to show up in that? Because that's the end of the movie right there.
Right, well, it doesn't look like they are in a whole lot of, particularly Tara Reid doesn't seem like she has a very big role, so I think this becomes a matter of how many shooting days is it, and for Dean Cain I would say 1.
Wait, you're not saying you think that's actually going to come to, it's going to come to a full movie, it's going to come out? There's no way, that's the end of it right there.
You think the trailer is the thing?
Yeah, I could barely watch the trailer.
Oh, I'm not saying anybody's going to watch it.
I feel like that's enough effort. You don't really want to put any more effort into that bad idea. I don't know, maybe who knows? Man, does that mean that we can hire
Yes. Oh, of course it is.
those two to be in our movie?
Oh, God, yeah.
What the fuck am I doing? Maybe I should make this movie. I'll just pay them. We'll just do it in a park or something. Whole day. With
Yeah.
a hedgehog.
Like this one. They filmed it at, they
at his house.
made it at, yeah, they made it at the filmmaker's house.
So they apparently got an Indiegogo page for $10,000 to make it, and that's like this production company in their own Hollywood.
I don't like it when people don't invest in their own shit. You know? Do I have to pay for your shitty movie? You make it. You do it, and then I'll pay you to watch it. Right? Like, make the movie and then sell the movie. Everybody needs a fucking GoFundMe.
Yeah.
You know, some people actually need it, and then people are like, I need money for this movie. I don't know.
What I don't have a
Whatever.
problem with is if there's a way, like for example, if an artist says, I want to record an album, but I don't have the money to make it, how about everybody who wants the album give me $10, and then when the album's done, I'll give it to you, and you're basically just paying for an album, but you're paying for it up front. That to me is a little bit different.
That is different.
Then give me this because it's my dream to do this thing.
Yeah, okay. But still,
Yeah.
just make it.
Yeah.
They know people.
So they raised $10,000, and they have Dean Cain and Tara Reid, and unless they filmed it at their houses, which I don't know why they would agree to that, there had to be some transportation involved.
And supposedly it's a spiritual sequel to Arlo the Burping Pig.
I'm not familiar with Arlo the
So-
Burping Pig.
So
Starring Joey Lawrence.
it happens in the same universe.
Maybe. It's all one connected movie universe.
Oh, well, look, $10,000 doesn't seem that much, even though Betsy just gave $10,000 to who? Betsy? Yeah, no. Yeah, so that's for Alice Mania, and then I guess I'm just gonna give $10,000 to the Tony Hawk Foundation because I'm not sure where to give it, and if I'm not sure, well, then I'll just give it to Tony.
Yeah.
Build more skateboarders.
Mhm.
That seems to make it work for me. Yeah, so Dean Cain, big fat and ready to do anything.
Absolutely anything.
All right, well then he might have to show up in The Woodsman 2 or something like that because that's worth it. I might just start doing events where the money goes to the charity of the movie.
Not to be confused with an Indiegogo.
Yep, not to be confused.
Totally different.
Totally different.
Mhm.
These go to 11.
We did not mention yesterday among the many accused in Hollywood, super director Brett Ratner has been accused of getting rapey with some Hollywood ladies, among them Natasha Henstridge.
I don't know who that is.
She was it Species?
Oh,
She
yeah,
was the
yeah, yeah.
hottest chick in the world for one movie. And then
She was the
everybody
hottest
forgot
chick in the
about
world?
her.
I didn't think that.
I thought a lot of people were
Oh,
rolling
okay.
for her for like one movie. I never saw it.
I didn't care for that lady or that movie.
And Olivia Munn
Mm.
had already written some essay about a Hollywood director, the whole just the jerked off in front of me, blah, 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 blah story that apparently there's a lot more of that. I've never known a guy who, I've known guys who were a little like, come on, let's just do it, come on,
Yeah.
But I've never known it'd be awesome if I went and jerked off in front of somebody right now. To the best of my knowledge, I do not know that man, but apparently Hollywood is crawling with them.
Yeah, see, I feel like I do know people like that. And I feel like it's rich, fucking overplayed people that have seen too much think that it's cool to jerk off in front of people.
Okay. Yeah, Brett Ratner's kind of famously like a playboy
Is he?
director kind of guy. Yeah.
Okay.
He used to live down the street from me, actually.
Oh, yeah?
And and Olivia Munn had written. She was in.
Did he make a Pink music video? I feel like I've met this dude.
Possible. You might be thinking of McG.
I don't fucking know.
But anyway, Olivia Munn had written a essay about a Hollywood director getting creepy with her, and but she did not attach a name to it at the time, and now she's like, yeah, that was Brett Ratner that I was writing about. He has, on the other hand, filed a lawsuit against a different woman, one Melanie Kohler, who claimed that he raped her in the mid-2000s.
Man. What's going on, dudes? What's your fucking dick problem? Unbelievable.
Kevin Spacey is seeking treatment of some kind.
Oh! Rape therapy?
Exactly. How to tell the difference between a 19-year-old boy and a 14-year-old boy.
who's into you and who isn't into you?
Getting a new eyeglass prescription to help him with that.
Yeah, what treatment?
I don't know. His just representative put out a very brief statement. Kevin Spacey is taking the time necessary to seek evaluation and treatment. No other information is available at this time. I think he has been... Is he still active with... He's been running this theater in London for a while. I don't know if that was still ongoing, called the Old Vic. or maybe the new Vic. I think there's an old Victoria Theater and a new Victoria Theater, and he was the creative director at one of them. And they're basically like pretty bummed that they were ever associated with them. Although many people who worked there, off the record, anonymously, are like, everybody knew that he was going around being creepy to all kinds of people and groping dudes left and right, and everybody just looked the other way because they were so happy that Kevin Spacey was associated with their theater.
Come on, you fucking wankers! Stand up for yourselves! God!
Yeah, how about that?
You all fucking knew that? Why does everyone keep saying that? Everyone always knew it.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys!
Yeah, how about
honestly,
that? If you, like, there's nothing. Nobody really knows what happened with Kevin Spacey or Brett Ratner or Dustin Hoffman or the list goes on and on. But if anybody listening to this right now is in a situation where they know for sure that somebody is abusing their power sexually, well, it's not too late for you to do something about your situation.
That's crazy. Come on, man. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other.
The Houston Astros claimed their first World Series championship.
Very I was confused. People were just people on Twitter saying weird shit, and I'm like, what?
Right. When you don't realize the people you follow are Dodger fans.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. In a minute, I guess I follow a lot of Astro fans as well.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. I guess Texas people and shit.
I rekindled my love for football and for baseball and watched.
I was gonna say.
Bottom half of the 7th inning of Game 4.
And what occurred in that half inning?
Excitement. There's lots of excitement.
Could you be a little bit more specific?
You didn't watch it.
I did.
What happened?
It was just an exciting.
You started this shit.
There were a lot of runs. I remembered what I liked about baseball for one shining moment, and then I turned it off.
Which was what?
Just the intensity of the kind of a strategy that goes into it, and how every pitch could mean something different depending on what's happening on the rest of the field.
Well said.
Two students are recovering after eating what their parents said appeared to be Pop Rocks candy, but was later found to be contaminated with cocaine.
Hey.
I call bullshit.
Uh-oh! Why?
Are students at Indiana College Preparatory School. Okay, so I accidentally eat some cocaine. I have no idea what I'm doing. I do not wish to consume cocaine. Right?
Yeah.
Would I then complain of weakness and numbness and the inability to walk, that my legs were hurting and I could not breathe?
I mean, numbness in your mouth, maybe because you ate the bumps.
You ate cocaine, yeah.
Yeah.
Your legs don't hurt because of cocaine.
Yeah, well, he's a fucking child. Maybe he doesn't know how to express his highness. Maybe when you're high and you're a child, your legs hurt. I don't fucking know. I was never high. Oh, maybe I was. But anyway, I don't remember it.
It does seem like there was a fair amount of, there were some people giving out, like, creepy Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Like, so few that it's really not. My kid went out trick-or-treating, and he can plow through his entire bowl of shit, and I'm not checking a goddamn thing, and you know what? He's going to be fucking fine, because statistically, it's about 10 millionth on the list of things that are likely to kill him. That having been said, there are a handful of sick fucks out there somewhere in the universe, and somebody sent me a link to a thing that looked real, where somebody actually had put sewing needles inside Tootsie Rolls or something.
Yeah.
Even at that, like,
I don't want a Tootsie Roll
even
anymore.
at that, what are you gonna do? You're gonna prick your tongue and be like, what the fuck? Like, wait, you're gonna swallow a needle? Like, I don't know, man. This is pretty metallic and sharp, but then again, the packaging says Tootsie Roll, and it is Halloween.
Yeah, I feel like every time I bite, something's stabbing through my face.
I'm probably gonna stop. Papa John is having a bad
Papa
day.
John is a fucking, in my opinion, piece of shit.
Right? It's really hard for me to feel bad for Papa
Fuck
John.
that guy. Fucking, like, that guy is, he's on my shit list.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a fucking lying scavenger, fucking corporate billionaire consuming racist.
Better
fucking
ingredients.
bigot.
Better
In my
ingredients.
opinion,
He
obviously.
has the fucking gall to say better
I know,
ingredients.
it's the shit. It's shit. It's McDonald's pizza. It sucks.
I think it is a little better. You know what
He
it is?
sucks.
He's like the Wendy's or the Subway of pizza.
Yeah, except he's actually real and he's a real douche.
Because I knew a guy who worked at Papa John's, and he was actually pretty proud of the fact that like only half half of their toppings actually were fresh toppings, and in his mind that made it way better than Domino's, where everything was just like out of a can or frozen or something. Like making it 1% better doesn't change a goddamn thing.
Yeah, and isn't he the guy that put a bunch of money into stopping gay marriage and shit?
Did he? I thought we just.
Yeah, didn't he throw millions, right?
Oh, I don't remember that. I just remember that everyone called
He's
him
all
one
up
time.
some church's ass.
Everybody called him one time and said they'd met him and he was an asshole. Remember, there was like 20 people who listened to the show.
Yeah, and he's an asshole.
Said that they'd met him. Nobody
Allegedly, like
he
many
looks like
people
an
call.
Asshole.
He does, but check that out, Andrew. I'm right, aren't I? Because that's how he got on my shit list.
He's at least supported Republicans, which you could then draw the line.
No, it was way more direct than that, because I don't pay that. Republicans are not all bad.
Gay bashers are almost entirely bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Stocks of Papa John, the net worth of the company fell is down like 20. Yeah, it's down.
I can't feel sorry for a billionaire not making as many billions in 1 year.
Well,
what about all the?
His personal wealth fell $70 million in less than 1 day.
Oh, that's sorry, but that's cool. A misery loves company. I don't know.
He is now merely worth $801 million.
That was a big hit though in 1 day.
Yeah, it is. No, anybody would be a little crusty about losing $70 million in a day. I don't care who you are. He just looks like, I don't know, like he reminds me of in like the 80s movie when there's like the guy who owns like the local car dealership and his son is the asshole of the town and they're just like the town assholes. Like he just seems so like such like a small time dickhead to me, even for someone who is worth almost $1 billion. I don't know. I cannot take the man seriously. Like I can't think of anybody else who's built such a big company that I take less seriously as an individual.
Yeah, but he's pretty mixed up in like big time CEO thing. They all jerk him off.
Oh yeah. So he was, I guess, the Papa John's was the official pizza sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys for a long time while he was growing, and then they made the leap to being the official pizza partner of the National Football League, and I think that has been a mutually beneficial relationship to both the league and Papa John's, because I think that Papa John's has gotten a lot bigger since he's been associated with him, and now obviously. The
football's taking a hit, so he's taking a hit.
Football, yeah, exactly.
But you wouldn't be there if it wasn't for them in the first place.
Well, as one of the.
So now you're gonna hate on them?
As one of the sure, as one of the flagship sponsors.
Maybe you should have sponsored soccer or something.
Well, if I was a really big sponsor of anything and then that thing started to go in the tank, I would probably express my my anger at the thing I was sponsoring. That only makes sense.
Okay.
You know, if you were sponsoring NASCAR and then NASCAR all of a sudden had like 25% less viewers, you'd be like, hey, fucking NASCAR, it's fucking Dick Pennzoil over here. Get your fucking act together.
Okay, I see your angle.
Yeah.
You find about that gay shit yet, Andrew?
I'm not seeing any gay stuff.
He does gay stuff.
He criticized Obamacare and said it would lead to the rise of his pizzas.
What's that got to do with gay bashing?
Well, that's like his one political stance.
No, that's okay. Can you try and find it, Betsy? Because I swear he is the guy. I don't remember many things, but that one he did. I know it. I know he did something. He's like he's down with Chick-fil-A and shit. Like there's some sort of thing. He's down with the church or something. Allegedly, in my opinion, until you find it factual. Like the way I played that, Will?
That was nice.
Yeah.
Well, how are you doing?
I'm better than I was yesterday.
When you went out of your way to say, I'm sorry, I'm telling you this right before you eat lunch, and then described in graphic detail the caliber, color, and velocity of snot that was coming out of you?
Yep.
I'm doing better than that.
Why would you do that?
I was just trying to accurately articulate my condition.
To a guy who was holding a sandwich.
Not ready to put it in his mouth. He was just happened to have a sandwich and a drink and a book. I didn't think you were about to sit down and read.
So you're positive. You're on the up and up. You're coming through the dark of the cold.
I think I'm
But you're here and you're talking and you're a fighter, Will.
That's right.
Right. Fight on the good fight.
I am.
Wendy Williams
Yeah?
has her own explanation for her Halloween on-air faint.
Yeah?
She blames.
Says it's a vag,
She
right?
blames menopause.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Technical vag difficulties.
She said she was having a hot flash.
Yeah. I know of people that have that, and they don't faint. I don't believe you, lady. But I also appreciate a lady that lies about her illnesses. Because she's just a hard cunt. Wait, that sounds wrong. You know what I mean? In Australia, that's a compliment.
I wonder if I had a vagina, like through the entire lifespan of it, if I would ultimately think it was worth it to have had the thing. Because there's really no downside to having a dick.
How's there a downside to having a vagina?
Periods, menopause, childbirth.
What about when you have sex? Oh, no, don't do it. What about when you have to argue with your penis when it wants to do things that you probably don't want to do?
Childbirth.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
Periods.
You said periods.
Well, I said childbirth twice too. I'm just saying both of those make quick work of the dick problem that you just described. Just saying, if I was a lady, like especially if I was a lady, I bet you there's some ladies who aren't that into sex who by the time they get to menopause are just like, I regret ever having this fucking thing. I would have preferred to have been born with nothing between my legs. Because all this thing has done is given me grief.
Well, it hasn't given you grief all the time. Your vagina does amazing things for you.
But I'm saying I think that there are women who would not necessarily feel that way. There are women who I don't think are that sexual as people. There are women who never really enjoy. What about there are definitely women who never have an orgasm in their entire lives. So they never even figure out how to drive the fucking thing. And
yeah, but that's their fault.
Okay, but
that's their personal fault.
But yes, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Do you think that most people go, man, I never had an orgasm, but that's on, even if they say that's on them, that's just more self-loathing.
Some people don't really want to do it that much.
But that's what I'm saying. If I was a lady who never had an orgasm, was not all that into sex.
Yeah, but that's not the average lady.
No, but I'm saying they're out there. If I was
you just said if you had a vagina.
I wonder how many women at the end of the day wished for what they got out of it and what it took out of them, would have wished that they never had a vagina in the first place. Those women, I'm sure, exist.
I mean,
yeah.
I know.
Well,
I don't want to have a penis if it doesn't work and I never use it my whole life. So you got to count like the average person that uses their genitals. I reckon being a woman's pretty cool. I don't know. I reckon having a vagina would be awesome.
I would have been a great lady. I agree, but I bet you there's women who hate those things.
Not many. I reckon most of them like their vaginas a lot.
I don't know how many guys hate their dick.
I don't know many girls that hate their vagina.
Well, they wouldn't be talking to you about it.
What about anonymously?
Is there any lady listening who hates her vagina?
855 Ellis 41.
Is there any guy who hates his dick?
Yeah, I mean, and I don't want to take fake I hate my dick calls.
No.
Talking about.
And don't get me, cause man, it fucking it gets me in so much trouble because fucking everybody wants to fucking gobble this thing. I don't need that call.
Yeah, that ain't a drama.
Yeah.
Nobody's feeling sorry for
Yeah, we don't
it.
need Manny to give us another call.
Are you ready to
hip
hop, Andrew? That's the way. That's what I like to hear, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew hit me up and said he's really been working on Sugar Hill Gang and wants to drop a beat for all the listeners on a Thursday. So I was like, fucking, go ahead, dude. Yeah.
Always ready to drop a beat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been practicing.
Many emails.
This 7-minute song.
Right.
Do they want to hear it?
Yeah, no, I'm getting a lot of emails about how they want to hear it.
Not yet. Wait for it.
Betsy, food's here.
The hip hop, the hibby, dibby, hop, hop, you don't stop, rock it out, baby bubba, to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity bee. Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I'm a wonder Mike, and I'd like to say hello, all to the black, to the white, and the red, and the brown, to the purple and yellow. But First I gotta bang bang the boogie to the boogie, say up jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie, let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm, that'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I've brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. And Hank, come on, sing that song. Check it out. Well, I'm dimp for dimp, the ladies pimp, the women I fight for my delight. But I'm the grand master with the three MCs that shock your house to the young ladies. And when you come inside into the front, you do the freak's bag, you do the bump. And when the sucker MCs try to prove a point, we're treacherous trio with a serious joint. From sun to sun, from day to day, I sit down and write a brand new round because they say that miracles never cease. I've created a devastating masterpiece. I'm gonna rock your night until you can't resist. Everybody, I say, goes like this. Well, I was coming home late one dark afternoon. Reporter stopped me for an interview. She said she's heard stories and she's heard fables that I'm vicious on the mic and the turntable. The young reporter I did adore, so I rocked her this round like I never did before. She said, damn, fly guy, I'm in love with you. The Casanova legend must have been true. I said, by the way, baby, what's your name? She said, I go by the name of Lois Lane. And you can be my boyfriend, you surely can. Just let me quit my boyfriend called Superman. I said, he's a fairy, I do suppose, flying through the air in pantyhose. He may be very sexy or even cute, but he looks like a sucker in that blue and red suit. I said, you need a man who's got a finesse and his whole name across his chest. He may be able to fly all through the night, but can he rock a party until the early light? He can't satisfy you with his little worm, but I can bust you out with my super sperm. I go do it, I go do it, I go do it, do it, do it. And I'm here and I'm there, and I'm Big Bad Hank, I'm everywhere. Hey, just throw your hands up in the air and party hardy, like you just don't care. Let's do it. Don't stop, y'all.
All right.
Top, y'all. You don't stop.
Tim, you hate your dick at 855 Ellis 41. Thank you, Andrew.
Yes, I do.
Doug, you'd really tell you've been working on that, Andrew. Well done. Sorry, go ahead, Tim.
Okay, Jason, first of all, I love your show. You're the reason why I have satellite radio. You should be making double with fucking Howard Jerkoff's making.
Yes, I agree. I should be making $200 million a year. Make sure you send that to the big boss immediately, Andrew. $200 million or not showing up. How much is that a show? Yeah. I agree, dude. Anyway.
Okay, so anyway, guys and listeners, I'm 55 years old.
Yep.
And I have a friend with benefits.
Yep.
And there's times when I want to hook up with her.
Yep.
And my dick doesn't work as I want it to.
Right.
That's why I really hate my dick.
Oh, you hate your dick because you're old and your dick's not working anymore.
Yeah.
That means that at one point you had a great relationship with your dick.
Yes, I do.
You see, you're not really a candidate for just straight up hating your dick. I mean, you're hating your dick because your dick did something wrong. We're talking about hating your dick for just being your dick. You have a bad penis, sir.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, I hate your dick, too. I don't even know it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck your dick. Yeah.
If your dick doesn't get hard when you want it to, then you gotta hate your dick.
I agree. And you've got to get those, what's it, Joanna Angels?
Bone Master X.
Bone Master X. Give it bonemasterx.com. Give it a go.
All right, I'll try that out.
There it is. Yeah.
Master X.
Yep.
I'm gonna try it out.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A listener on Twitter says, "Oh Tully, you get me. Vaginas are a huge ripoff."
Wait, a girl said that?
Mm-hmm. Got a vag. Hates it.
Doesn't hate, but her vagina is an inconvenience.
There you go.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
I'd like to talk to a lady who has an inconvenient vagina.
She said she doesn't hate it as well, though. Go ahead, Jessie.
Hi.
Hey, Jessie.
Yeah, I don't think most women hate it. I think it's just that having it is super inconvenient. You know, you have your period once a month from like the age of 10 until you're taking something. So for, 40 years, you got this super inconvenient thing. And then if you're like me, you don't want children, you got a vagina for the purpose of having children. And it's just annoying.
Wait, you've got a vagina for the purpose of having an orgasm and putting it on my face?
Well, yeah.
Right.
The purpose naturally was for children.
Yeah, no, stop that. Let me ask you this. what is it? Is your vagina on people's faces and penises and that stuff? Your whole career of having sex and making love and all that, is that worth it, or would you take that away if you could just take away the periods?
So you're saying sex versus period?
Yeah, like no sex, no period. Period and sex.
No looming menopause.
I think that's tough. I think the sex does give good stuff, which I do, but it definitely overrides it.
Okay, do you think that there are women who would say that the sex does not override the inconvenience of having a vagina?
Yes, because they don't know what they're doing, and guys don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, girls, you know what? I blame girls, because if the guy doesn't know what he's doing, maybe you should tell him. Because they're all nervous, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jessie. Jessie seems like a smart lady.
She does.
But at the same time, a sad lady, because to go, let me think about it. No pussy. Periods. I mean, I live with someone that has. I live with 2 people. I live with 3 people that are on their period right now. My dog's got her period. She's going in tomorrow to get that shit snipped. But right now, everybody around me's got a fucking period.
Is that the deal? Do you need to wait till they get it to snip it?
Not for dogs, only for humans. I don't know.
Like, why do you have dogs that have periods?
I meant not for dogs. I meant, but not cats.
Oh, I thought you were just making a joke.
No, I just was talking too fast. I couldn't keep up with myself, because I did recently just hear that cats you can't give them a vasectomy until they're off their period. Dogs you can.
So you have to let a cat have.
Yeah, you have to let a cat bleed it out for a little bit, and then get it in between periods.
Gotcha.
Dog, you can just go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the angle I go. I think I might get a dog soon, so maybe I'll get it.
You want my dog?
Well,
It'll just be spaded.
What kind of dog is it?
A Pomeranian?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know what my kid's.
I can't do it.
My kid's gonna make the call.
My daughter will fucking freak out. She doesn't take care of her. She yelps and stuff. But I actually feel like the period is gonna make that dog a better dog.
Yeah, I could see that. Somebody else on the phone hates their dick.
Carl.
Yo, what's up, Jason?
You hate your dick?
I do.
Why?
Well, for one, if I go a day without showering, it smells fucking terrible.
Wait, if you don't shower for one day, it stinks?
Oh yeah, one day it's awful. Like, for instance, my wife freaking like she will get away from me and she says, "You go take a shower."
Has your dick always smelled if you don't clean it out daily?
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't understand it.
What would you compare the smell to?
What?
What would you compare the smell to?
As I stated, Brian Posehn pretty much mixed it up like a bunch of homeless dudes peeing on my balls and my dick.
Your penis smells like a bunch of homeless people have urinated on your penis and balls.
Yep.
So old urine. Your dick smells like old urine.
Yeah.
Are you leaving the bathroom extra fast when you urinate? Like, are you not shaking it enough?
I do shake it. It leaks too. That's true. It does leak.
Right.
Fucking like 5 minutes later. What the fuck?
Yeah, you might have to. How old are you?
I'm only 27.
You might. 27. There might be something up with your ass or something. Check your prostate. What? Seriously, leaky dick in your 20s? That's ridiculous.
I know.
Do you drink a lot?
I don't.
Man, I would go to the doctor, honestly. Like, one day and your dick stinks like that, that's like, maybe your diet, something's bad, you know?
Yeah, there's something wrong there for sure.
Yeah, sounds like. Maybe if not for your sake, for your wife's, because I'd have to think that, like, Jason, you've probably encountered a couple of garbage vaginas in your day.
Yeah.
So, like, somebody who has a garbage vagina, and I think there's ladies who really can't help it, will be gross if they don't shower for a day. But, like, even if you shower a garbage vagina, all you need to do is rev it up again, and the garbage will be reactivated. Like, I would have to think that if you're, if you had sex or if your, does your wife perform oral sex on you?
Yeah, but I make sure I take a shower. I
So-
won't let her go
Right, so when you take a shower and then she performs it, that smell doesn't come around right then, right? Right, so there's just, you have a pissing on your dick problem. That's your problem, and your piss stinks because of your diet. That's what it is, I think. Check it out, or stick your dick in yogurt every morning.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Someone on Twitter has already recommended that this guy start fucking grapefruits.
There you go.
Very creative.
Good luck, sir. Yeah, fuck a grapefruit every morning.
Worst case scenario, you fucked a grapefruit, you know?
Yep.
It's not so bad.
Just make sure it's an of-age grapefruit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe
No, I looked at the news.
Kevin Spacey can help you out with that.
I know. I mean. Anyway. Oh, this guy hates it. Man, nobody hates their pussy, though, Michael.
You're right.
Chris, you hate your dick, too.
Yes, I do.
What'd your dick do?
Well, it was perfect. But my wife is very ill, and we haven't had sex in a year. And I love my wife. I don't want to cheat on her or do anything, but my dick won't stop.
I think you're pointing the finger at the wrong dick. I think your wife's a dick for not fucking you all the time.
Yeah, I think her vagina's a dick.
Yeah. Are you an asshole to your wife? Not at all. Yeah, but are you like a man's man that doesn't really say like nice things or get her nice things or wash clothes or open doors or hug her and shit?
No, always.
You do all that all the time.
All the time.
All right.
Have you spoken frankly to her about
she's
the
a
fact
dick.
you haven't had sex for this period of time?
Oh, yeah. And that makes her mad.
Yeah. Yeah, chicks that don't want to have sex are super defensive about not wanting to have sex.
Right?
I can see that.
Worst thing you can bring up to a girl that doesn't want to fuck is how you don't want to
She
fuck.
doesn't want to fuck.
Oh,
you're
you're
a
a dick.
You fucking asshole.
Hey, man, fuck. Get a massage. Yeah, get a massage from the Thai place. No, it's not. The penis is a muscle.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
It's a full body massage. Don't open your eyes and it's not cheating.
Pretend it's your wife, you pussy.
We'll be back. Thanks. Oh man.
Downstairs, or do you want me to go first?
Me too.
Me too? Okay, great. I got everything.
That was fun. Okay. Will you give me your usual, Will?
If I can. If it's not too much to carry. If it's too much to carry, don't worry about it.
You want soy today? Is that what you said? Okay. Medium? Kevin, you want your vanilla?
Yes, please.
Large or medium?
Medium.
And what's your...
Same as looks like, yeah. Thank you.
Have you seen that silver thermal bag anywhere?
Oh, yeah, right here.
Oh, cool, thanks. Yeah. Thought it got packed up in a room or something. Awesome, thanks, Bill. Are you eating your food now, or do you want me to, I just found the thermal bag, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm not gonna eat it yet.
Okay. Oh, it ended up on the other side of Kevin. Here, do you want to hand me the food? you want your salad in the fridge or just in here?
Probably not even gonna eat that.
No?
Just gonna eat the other thing.
Here's your sandwich.
Thank you.
Here's the unsigned CD.
Oh. Why are you sending me this shit on that guy? What's that article say?
I mean, it's interesting. It's super long, but it's interesting.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you, because I don't want to read it. What's the?
It's just kind of about what he's done politically and all that stuff.
Okay, but
And
it's not any of the proof of the racism thing you were talking about.
No, it's about like his swinger stuff.
Okay.
And it looks like that was the Domino's founder that might have said some stuff and
Okay.
proposed a ballot initiative.
Okay.
But
My bad.
he sold it. Domino's said you can order Domino's without supporting him because he sold the company and isn't affiliated with it anymore.
Oh, that's what he says. So
That's what Domino's
doesn't go under.
People went after Domino's asking about it around Chick-fil-A, and they were like, "Well, he sold the company decades ago, so he made money off it, but you supporting Domino's now does not directly help his bank account."
You told Anna here?
Shot her an email.
Never replied.
Nothing yet.
Man, this. Oh, she fucking touched her.
Is that the UFC face-offs?
Huh?
Is that the UFC face-offs?
Joe Chechik fucking fisted Rose.
I think Cody said that he thinks Bisping is a little infatuated with him for some reason. I don't know why.
Is they trying to say that he's gay?
Just stir up whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna run through that. Back in 2 minutes.
How much longer till on?
2 minutes.
Oh. the TV pitch thought that my wig was real? Will? Yeah.
Wait, they thought it was a real wig?
No, fucker. Real hair. That's what they thought.
Sweet.
One of the girls was like younger, hot chick, and she was like, I didn't even know until you brought it up. I was like, that's your hair. I'm like, that's what's up.
That's awesome.
Straight into it, or are you gonna rejoin?
I gotta rejoin.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Jason Ellis. Do you like pussy?
Pussy is arguably not G-rated.
Right. Do you like girls? Do you like cool shit? Do you like the inside of people's holes? The shit in the holes thing, no. I didn't say shit. You did.
Do you like shitting in people's holes? You can't say that.
I said that? Man, who does that?
Jason Ellis Show. Right here on Faction Talk or online and on
It's done now.
It's like duct tape. That's the sweetest duct tape rejoin ever.
Yeah, nobody would ever know that it didn't used to say Faction Talk.
Seamless!
Yeah, and 2000...
Every time you and me almost talk over it. Every time.
Yeah, I did this time. Some of them I kind of get that. I update my file on that in my memory sooner or later, but I haven't gotten around to that one apparently. In 2016, Apple updated its Photos app to recognize more than 4,000 objects, scenes, and even facial expressions using image recognition. You can use those to organize and search throughout your photos.
Mm-hmm.
There is no official public list of what the 4,000 things are that Apple will let you sort your photos by.
Yeah.
But one of them appears to be the word brassiere. Some lady just went on Twitter and said, "Attention all girls, go to your photos and type in brassiere in the search line. Why is Apple saving these and why did they make it a folder?" And at least one person, model and social media celebrity Chrissy Teigen, went and searched brassiere, and this is what her phone came up with.
You have offended my family, and you have offended a Shaolin temple.
Tits!
Nothing but photos of her showing cleavage. Which means that her phone, when she took them, was going, right, that's a brassiere.
Tits!
Duly noted, yeah.
Tits!
And, in case you're wondering...
I'm impersonating her phone.
You can't search...
Tits!
Like you could...
Tits! Sorry.
Socks is not a search term.
Not interested in socks!
Jeans
Tits!
is not a search term.
No. Tits!
Brassiere. A word that no one uses anymore, by the way. I would love to know if there are any ladies listening who have a second...
Tits!
A little bit of time on their hands and you have an iPhone, go into your photos and search the word
Tits!
brassiere.
But on Google Photos, you can really search on almost any word, and pictures of that object will show up. It's really kind of creepy how well it does it. You can think of the most bizarre, insignificant, random word, and there's probably a photo of it in my phone.
Hey Siri, show me tits!
Hey, Will's phone. Search
I don't know
scrotum.
what that means. If you like, I can search the web for show me tits.
Yeah! I got
heard that
tits!
about you.
I don't.
That's the word on the street, Will. Yes.
Wait, you've got no scrotum, Will?
Because New York has your balls.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Just a slick, unbumpy undercarriage.
Yeah. They're scrot collectors, those guys in New York. They collect scrot.
Like shrunken heads.
That's right. I'm missing pieces of my scrot. Will doesn't have a scrot at all. Opie's scrotless. Love that guy.
I just want ladies to send us screen captures of
their tits
them searching for the word
Oh,
zero in their
okay,
phone.
sorry. Yeah, I mean, my Snapchat's pretty cool.
I'm not asking you to search nipples.
Hey, what happened to, speaking of nipples, what happened to Anahita Sadagafa?
What was supposed to happen with her?
I said she's usually such a video poster, didn't post any photos or anything, and I'm like, what happened to my video of my private dance? She had the angle, you know?
I assume Kevin posted it on our show account? Yeah, so it's up there.
Yeah, but not hers or any photos of us. It's just weird. She usually posts photos of everything she does. I don't know. What do I know? Anyway.
There's lots of bands in the world.
I love bands because I'm always listening to music. It's the rhythm that beats to my heart. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you to all the unsigned bands who sent us their artistic babies at submittoellis@gmail.com.
Yep. These guys have the chance to be huge.
Mm-hmm,
and here it is.
With track number 1 from an act called Germ Circus.
That guy on the bass is kicking the fuck out of it, Mike.
Yeah.
Well. Does the guitar guy know that he's turned up real loud?
Yeah, it's a shame because he's not doing jack shit and he has an awful tone and now we can't hear Sweet Bass Guy anymore who is still fucking working hard.
Right, bass guy's got to get out of this band quick.
Fast. Yeah.
These guys are not helping you, bass guy. I mean, I hate to sound old, but what? You know? What's he saying? Yeah, I'm not into that.
It's really a shame that the bass guy went to all the trouble of developing all those chops and just didn't look any further than, you know, the band one garage over.
Maybe the bass player is their mother. And, you know, I mean, she only wants to play for that band because their son is the singer.
Right, maybe she's like really, really supportive and they're like, Mom, look, we can't get any gigs if we don't have a bass player. Nobody wants to be our bass player. And she's just like, not only will I be a bass player in Germ Circus, I will become the sickest bassist this
Oh, wait, you're saying she self-taught herself to become that shredder in the time that they had already been...
Yes.
Wait, so they were surpassed by the mother?
Wow.
Like within like 6 months.
Take long.
No. Right, because we're talking... She's become that good in under a year, I would believe.
She's doing nothing but playing.
And they can't bring it up because if they bring it up, the fact remains it's their mother that's in the band, and she's like not cool looking.
Yeah, right.
She's all, you know what I mean? She's old and.
Right. She'll never quit because she has no actual musical ambition.
Oh, and they're so bad they'll never fire her because she's carrying the whole thing.
She's just trying to support her child any way she can.
Yeah. I appreciate her support. Who's next?
Hellfire.
Fuck, finally. Oh shit.
I'm right, I like it. Well, that got a little weird.
Somebody slipped. Pretty anthraxy, right?
Yeah, why not? Like without the distortion. Yeah, very anthraxy.
Pretty crazy they recorded the guitars on a pig nose.
You would have thought they could afford more,
Right.
more than the 1 watt.
Just like one little peavy and a pig nose, like fuck, you could just rent one for the recording, you know? Go lash out,
Theo
guys.
Junior's working pretty hard here.
Good for them though.
Yeah.
If somebody in Anthrax dies.
Yeah, you guys
know?
will be waiting
Yep.
in the wings. Track number 3 in Unsigned Bands is from Lucas Traversy.
Is he country or something?
Song's called Loser.
Okay. Okay. Oh, fucking. Is someone on the shaker thing? Someone's holding the shaker? No, the little cucaracha things. Or you're saying you think it's the shaker board thing?
Let's see. I didn't catch it.
I'm saying that's
He's getting bongos.
that's a coconut with rice in it.
If I was a
Right.
lady and there was a guy who was like really interested in me and I knew it and I was just like, yeah, no fucking way, and then he's like, I made this song about you, I would move from that town. I'm not
Because he
saying-
sounds like a murderer.
No, I'm not saying that Lucas Traversy is definitely a murderer, but I would not.
He's
I
a
would
bit
not-
murdery.
I would not feel comfortable living within 10 miles of a man who had recorded this song about me.
It sounds like the Goo Goo Dolls, but shit. And I already hated. Not the maybe what? No, maybe it's not. What's the one where the just like the moonshine, man and man, sitting man and man. And fucking, I got that weird Mexican guy with the hat on playing guitar with me.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's
Don't forget about it.
Santana featuring Rob Thomas.
Yeah. This is. It sounds like a shit. Those guys.
It's a little smoothie. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy sucks too, Rob Thomas.
What,
Andrew? What?
What are you talking about? He sucks.
Fucking
dick.
yeah. Oh!
Yeah. 3 a.m. I must be alone.
Fucking suck. Massive cowballs. Worst shit ever, basic fuckers. And the only reason that song was good was because Santana was on it. Yeah, that whole bit sucked. Just him playing the lead thing was the only good bit. And that chick dancing in the video too.
Man, they were. I forgot to throw Matchbox 20 up in there with Spin Doctors, Blues Traveler, and
Yeah.
of course Gin Blossoms. There were some. I mean, Goo Goo Dolls you already mentioned. There were some horrific pop rock bands in the 90s.
Thank you, Michael.
I mean, it was just
atrocious.
the darkest era
Yeah.
for pop rock
Yeah.
that has ever been.
You
ever
fucking
will be.
sucked. You suck, fuckers.
Matchbox 20 had like 5 singles
Yeah.
off that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Which one was Push?
Yeah, did you just...
You do, right? Oh god, it was Live. Live was worse than all.
Oh,
of them.
yeah, that right.
Feel it, call me back on me.
That guy fucking crying into the camera, you douche.
Oh,
girl, you... Fucking shithead.
God.
Fucking eyebrow douche.
Like, why does Mark McGrath go through life feeling like such a shithead when there were
Yeah.
at least 20 bands that were
Yeah.
fucking massive?
Oh, that's a
Way worse than
huge
Sugar
compliment,
Ray.
Michael.
I'm saying.
At least 20 people sucked harder than you in your era, so don't feel too bad about your career. Fucking... Come to think of it, at least 20
He's
people
got
sucked.
nothing to apologize
Yeah,
for
yeah.
when you consider the shit that was populating the charts back then.
God, wake.
That's alright. He's not answering my texts anymore, so I may have done something to anger Mark McGrath anyway.
What?
I can't imagine what it was, but
Well.
maybe he's busy.
He's a busy guy.
Mr. Lisp is our next unsigned band. Well, or actually probably Kevin or Betsy. Is it necromance or is it necromance? How are you supposed to say that word?
Necromance.
It's just necromance because you're romancing the dead?
Yeah, duh.
Okay. Jesus was a necromancer.
I mean, sorry, you know, it's just a song. I'm just happy there's a bunch of guys out there that can still play the same shit. They're having fun, you know, they probably have beers and stuff, and
No effects are great.
yep. And you want to sound like No Effects, I think that's great. Because No Effects, they like that too. Everybody should be able to pretend they're in No Effects.
Yeah, that's true. That's a
Yeah,
reasonable
I
goal.
feel like you're all having fun
Mhm.
when you're pretending you're in No Effects, you know?
Yeah, you feel like a badass.
Yeah. I don't care. It's cool. Fuck it.
We have heard a lot of songs over the years from TFG, and I think you will, if you don't recognize the name, you will recognize the signature sound when you hear their latest hit, The Ballad of George Takei.
So, okay, I just want to say, so far, this might be one of the catchiest new sounds I've ever heard.
It's just getting started.
Right? Sperm on your teeth and gums is pretty original. But yeah, that song got bad all of a sudden. As soon as the guy started talking.
Yeah, melodically, they've never been the most inventive group, as I think they would probably be the first to admit. But keep at it.
Yeah, no.
Glad to know you're out there. There's like a video for that one too.
No!
I think so. He sends me links. You want to look that up on YouTube?
Who would bother to make a video to that?
It's pretty great because it's like about the same production quality as the song.
Well, it has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, who would? It's the worst song ever recorded. I can't believe you can make a video out of it. Where is this thing? I've got to post it on the Twittery.
There you go.
Wow, it's animation.
No, it's cool.
Oh, that's not it, is it? That's
No,
not him.
There's effort and time and ingenuity put into this.
All right.
Yeah, like I say, it's pretty much the song put to.
Sorry, I dragged everybody through that a second time, but I had to see the video. I don't know if it's necessary to post, but anyway, let's move along.
TFG with the Ballad of George Takei. Here's the Regenerators.
Yeah, finally. Hey, Will!
Yes, sir.
Are these guys okay?
They sound alright.
If you like Clutch.
Yeah.
I like the No Effects band better, and I like that other band that he played.
Oh, the mom bassist? Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, then I guess fuck these guys because they sound like somebody else.
Yeah.
Cutthroat game.
Let's
The
see.
music industry.
Let's see what everybody thinks about track number 7 on Unsigned Bands. Everybody can send theirs in for next time and submit to ellis@gmail.com. The Silver Burst Orchestra with Burst Your Bubble.
Oh.
I at least feel like I haven't exactly heard that song before.
Yeah.
And I'm actually way more up on blatant auto-tune than I believe you are. I actually think it's like a legitimate tool. Like when you use it because you can't sing, then that's cheating, obviously, although I'm not even particularly offended by that. But like to have it actually be yanking your voice robotically around, usually the only time people do that is in the context of pop and or electronic music, and I'm cool with a rock band going that way because I've never heard that before, but I can see why that song would not be your cup of tea.
Yeah.
Next track is from Them Animals, not a bad name.
Okay.
Called Dead Air.
All right.
I can see why it's called Dead Air. Ha ha!
Nothing's worked. Nothing's. It's playing.
Kevin, do you recall if Dead Air had sounds in it? Oh no, now he's dead too.
Yeah, well, how could he?
Yeah, every song that comes in, I run them through Adobe Audition and make sure they're all the same level, so there shouldn't be any delay on that.
Well, it's 43 seconds in.
The irony. Why don't we move on?
All right.
Next track might be Them Animals. More likely is White Demons. Thoroughly competent rock and roll. Sounds a little bit like a band I used to like in the 90s called Urge Overkill.
You like that, Will?
I don't hate it or like it.
All right. Yeah, me too, Will.
I think we all feel the same way about
Yeah,
White
yeah. Well
Demons.
said, Will.
And so I'm going to guess that we are up to track 10, which would be As Empires Fall and a song entitled Desperate.
Okay, that was you, because I was like, man, I feel like you're in this song making fun of them.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Apple juice! Ooh. There you go. That's who?
Those assholes are called As Empires Fall. Man, I'm afraid that guy probably has a really, really attractive girlfriend.
Is he a good-looking dude?
I don't know. I just feel like a guy who's the lead singer of a band like that, who actually has the tiny balls to get up there and to be a fucking human wah-wah pedal like that.
Yeah.
There's some cute dumb chick who falls for that. I could be wrong.
I mean, is there anything wrong with that?
Yeah, it stinks.
Okay.
We have one final unsigned band. They are called Chopped Liver,
Mm-hmm.
and the song's called Melee.
Heaven, hell, heaven, etc. You probably wondered about all those things.
Come out screaming. This is for my demons. Feeding time seems to come early in the season. Seasoning the meat so discreet with my semen and feeding my type right back into the system. Bitches, yeah, fuck them. All of them. Followed them and hollowed up the souls and then swallowed them. But that shit's boring. Let me get horny with the devil chick that needs my dick right now, quick. Sexy little bean, smokes green and has fangs. Leaves claw marks all up on my back when she bangs. And also, I am fucking awful, colossal. I will strike you.
Oh. Colossal. Cannot do that.
I kind of liked all the the drops in it that were not, you know, like sample kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, are they from another country besides America?
No, they're probably at least from North America.
Well, they don't have an excuse then.
I also wonder too with a lot of these. I know that there are people who were like in bands a while ago that have moved on with their lives, but then we do unsigned bands and they want to get in on the fun, and you know they have fond memories of their band, so they will send us stuff that they actually made like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for us to accurately judge stuff because that guy might have fucking invented that, you know, like that might have been some hot shit. I'm trying to be fair here. That might have been cool shit in 2002. I don't know. So if we were picking a winner here, I'd have to go with Bass Plant Mom. I mean, she's the standout for me.
I mean,
fucking all that.
The rest was so shitty though.
All that and Pigs in a Blanket too.
Now, that is pretty gnarly that she can do all that. I mean, she drops them off.
She brings hot snacks to practice.
Yeah, like. I don't want to hear it again. I'm done.
So thank you to everybody.
Yeah,
For
seriously.
Next time, send us your tracks to and all. Oh, these are all jokes. You guys are all great. To submit to ellis@gmail.com. Same place you can send your Ellis Fans Got Talent video submissions. What do you want to do? There's more with Tyrese, or we can do something different.
I'd rather do something different.
Okay, there's this page that I think Andrew came across on Reddit that is just stupid questions.
Yeah.
We just have a gigantic list of stupid questions.
Okay.
That we can attempt to answer. Kevin, maybe you'd care to join us for this.
Yeah! It's a fucking
Here's like a classic one that I truly personally do not know the answer to, and I do find it a bit mystifying. How does the striped toothpaste come out striped?
I would venture a guess they have isolated chambers.
Yeah.
For the flavor.
And then when it comes out, that's the first time they've actually gone together.
It has to be, right?
I would assume so.
That question's never been asked in my mind before, and I am really taken away on a magical journey now, trying to figure out how. Oh, it's like that. Oh.
Okay, so somebody cut the top off of one of them.
Well, that was a good idea, because now we can move on with our lives, because I was pretty fucked.
It doesn't really look like there's chambers, though.
No, it's not chambers at all.
Necessary.
It looks like they made like a four-bladed windmill out of the colors, and then it must just, when you squeeze it, they've done the math, and that pattern comes out.
That's what happens.
Right, but it seems like it would depend on you applying equal consistent pressure.
You think if you just squeeze from one side, you could eventually make it go crooked?
Yeah, I think so. I do think so.
Well, that's a challenge for everybody out there.
Toothpaste is pretty fucking amazing, man. I've had a toothpaste roll that I've been looking forward to throwing away for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking done. But every time I'm like, that was definitely the last day's worth of toothpaste. Next time, there's more toothpaste.
Man, you gotta say goodbye. If you want to move on, just move on. Put that little bit in the trash.
I
Come
don't
on.
want to. I want it to go.
Okay.
I want it to actually do.
Okay,
Okay,
Ethiopia.
you defeated me. I mean, I got another. I can afford. I got fancy toothpaste.
Is it fancy?
Well, I use Tom's. It's like $1 more than the other ones.
Okay.
So
I
if
think
you-
I know what Tom's is.
If you have one of those, striped toothpaste,
Yeah.
if you're about halfway through it, say, and you put the cap on, and then you just alternate back and forth, squeezing the top and the back.
You knead the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You fuck it up.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, you should be able to fuck it up, right?
You got to be able to fuck it up.
I don't know
If
if
you
I'm
can't
brushed
fuck
with-
it up, then that shows that it's a lie when that person cut it in half to show us how it works, because
Yeah.
it doesn't work like that.
That's just deep state propaganda.
Yeah.
Let's get some striped toothpaste up here and do some experiments.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking snap if I don't get to the bottom of this.
I don't think I've used striped toothpaste since I was in like 2nd grade.
No, it's pretty cool though. Now I kind of want to.
Yeah, I miss that stuff.
Mm.
So there you go. That's the kind of questions that are on this Reddit page. We have a huge list of questions that have been posted there over the weeks, months, years. Why isn't pig milk a thing?
Probably because it tastes like goat milk.
I've heard people say that goat milk actually tastes better than cow milk. We're just kind of socialized to think one's weird and the other one's fine.
I mean, I don't want to eat bacon, and bacon is the best tasting meat in the world.
Why don't you want to eat bacon? Because pigs.
Because I don't want to eat a pig anymore. But I have almond milk, and I've already made the transition, so I think almond milk tastes good. So why the fuck would I want pig milk? That's my answer. But I mean, if it tastes as good as I don't know. Why don't they?
I really enjoy goat cheese.
Yeah, but it's got a tang. I can see how I wouldn't want to be putting that tang in my coffee, say.
Yeah, but it's only got that tang because you're not used to it.
There must be some fucking weird flavor that comes with pig milk.
Maybe they come
Okay, we need
a
striped
weird
toothpaste.
disease.
We need pig milk.
Bring me a pregnant pig.
Well, but maybe there is a weird disease because there's the whole trichinosis thing in pigs.
Yep.
But raw cow milk is essentially illegal. They got to pasteurize that shit too.
Right? There's probably AIDS in pig's milk.
Pig milk is high
Well,
in
like
fat.
pig milk AIDS.
Maybe it's
And-
super salty.
Oh.
That's not bad.
Oh, it's just because pigs don't want us to.
Oh, well, hey.
High in fat and
wait a
an
minute.
excellent source of nutrients, but they're difficult to milk. They have 14 teats compared to a cow's 4, and they don't take very kindly to having them touched by humans.
I wonder how they feel about dying.
Right? I'll give you two. You got 2 choices, pig.
Yeah, let me
Bacon-
suck your
bacon or
titties. Yeah. Yeah, and it's not good for me either, and I'm getting old, so I feel like I only have, I mean, obviously, if it's there, I just suffer, but I try to have grass-fed buffalo or red meat, and that's the only meat I eat, unless it's in an airport, and Katie gets me a turkey, ham, tomato fucking sandwich in the airport, and then I pull all the processed meat out and eat the tomato bread thing.
Yeah, everything in moderation.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah. Well, dude, to be honest, I feel like the processed ham and turkey in there was not going to be doing me any favors either. Like, I don't feel like that's what I'm saying. If you make a jump too much, you can't go back.
Yeah.
Like, me biting into it, there was a time there where I remember really enjoying a turkey cheese sandwich. And now, if I was to bite into a turkey cheese sandwich, I'm like, cold deli meat. It's not doing it for me.
Well, it's not turkey anymore. You would still like a turkey sandwich if it was actually turkey. Just that weird greasy turkey roll shit.
Yeah, you're right. Like I like the grass-fed thing. I think I'm getting used to that too because I don't seem to catch the difference anymore. I think that's the only way I want to eat it. I think at one point when I first started to try and eat gamier meat, it was pretty obvious that it was gamier. You could taste it.
Well, like Kevin, you and I both enjoy Jersey Mike's, just a traditional like Italian sub kind of thing. What's your go-to there?
I'm big on the turkey and provolone.
Okay, turkey and provolone, so turkey and cheese, right? You know that, like, if you had the bread and the lettuce and the onions and the tomato and the oil and vinegar and oregano, you could just eat that without the meat and you wouldn't miss the meat all that much. The meat's basically just adding a little bit of texture for your teeth to wrestle with.
Well, keeping in tune with these stupid questions, What does processed mean?
Processed in the case of turkey is that they basically like they take a bunch of scraps of turkey and they mix it up with a bunch of shit that isn't turkey, and then they make like a gelatinous mold that they can make into a perfectly circular roll.
That's what that fucking thing is?
Why do you?
Are you serious?
I thought it was a hunk of like a fat turkey or something.
How big would that turkey have to be to get a breast that was like fucking 8 foot wide?
Oh, I don't know, man. I'm not a farmer.
I mean, sure that there's a way that they can press like.
Is he serious?
Where they could just press a whole bunch of full turkey breasts together, but that's not what they have at Jersey fucking Mike's, dude. It's turkey roll. They probably can't even call it like straight up turkey.
Well, that bums me out. Same shit with like Boar's Head at the fucking Ralph's.
Yeah, Boar's Head's garbage, dude.
God damn it. I hate being this stupid.
When we were kids, Boar's Head was good, but Boar's Head's been sold like 5 times, and now they're just coasting on the name. Boar's Head is dog shit.
Oh,
and I know I seem like the
me.
biggest fucking snob in the world. I'm like here's fucking Mr. Uppity Elite Coastal Shithead White Boy over here. Go to the fucking store, buy turkey breast for $4, put olive oil, salt, pepper in it, throw it in your oven for 45 minutes, and you have actual turkey that tastes like turkey that you have on Thanksgiving, which the shit you get at Jersey Mike's does not.
Man,
it ain't that hard.
They just fucking trick me left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Every
You've
step
been
of the
bamboozled
fucking
once
road,
again.
man.
Yep, that's the man for you, Kevin.
Yeah.
That's the man.
You know
if he
it
knows
has,
he
like-
can sneak one by, he will.
You know what it has, like those indentations, like it's been in like sort of like a twine casing.
Yeah,
probably
I've noticed
was
those.
probably never even really in ropes to begin with.
Eh.
Yeah, they just have a mold for that.
Everything's a fucking lie.
It
God
is.
damn it.
Everything is a lie. Everything that is advertised at the national level is a lie. Like there's exceptions to that, but as a rule of thumb, that's what it is.
I just want to learn how to be a real adult, and
Everything
they're
a
making it
national
really fucking difficult for me.
Everything a national
You should listen to
corporation
this
tells
show.
you is a lie. Like,
Well, I do.
really.
I feel like the longer I stay with the show, the more things I learn.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We know everything. Just keep listening to us.
You'll be alright.
Okay, how about...
So if you get buffalo meat, just real quick, you get buffalo meat, you can get it already, it's grass-fed buffalo meat at the fucking store thing in the mince. So you can just make burger patties out of it, or you just fry it in the pan, and it's just red meat. But it's not bad red meat.
You know what just hit me?
What?
I've been trying to eat less red meat.
Yeah.
So I've been buying fucking
Processed.
turkey burger patties.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing the right thing again. And they fucking tricked me again.
Yeah, because it's not even grass-fed turkey. It's just those compressed turkey things. But still, I don't know which is better, like a turkey patty that's frozen or a veggie patty that's frozen. I wonder how much. I feel like the main goal is to try not to eat the frozen one. I think that's the part. I think they're all evenly just nothing when you, except for the red meat ones, like the cheap ones. But I don't think a turkey patty from the freezer versus a veggie patty from the. I don't think there's much difference. I think it's just because it's been frozen. There's really not a lot of nutrients in it. I could be wrong, but that's usually sort of the dolce thing that I get. It's got to be fresh. Otherwise, you're not getting the maximum out of it. And if you're only going to eat like 3 to 4 times a day, you should. What you're chewing on should have, like value to it. Makes sense. So it's like grains and all these other things that would. It seems like the way you cook seems like a fucking nightmare because it would be like, well, I've got to put all these things in a fucking pot and stir it. Fuck that. I just want to press Bing and eat. Right?
Yeah. I like pressing Bing.
Yeah, me too. And I see those things in the freezer, and I used to try and eat healthy because I'm like, ooh, healthy veggie burgers in the freezer, and I'm like, you're not winning by doing that. And if you go to the supermarket and get that, because to me, that's why I found that for eating good for dummies, because sometimes if Katie's not around, I don't do the full dolce. I just do the Jason Ellis dolce, which is, I know that it's got meat, and I know it's got this one green thing in it that I've seen at the supermarket. So I'll just grab those, and I'll put that in the frying pan, and then I'll put the beef pieces in the frying pan. That's it. But it tastes really good. It's just way healthier.
Yeah,
and it's just as easy.
Those veggie patties are just there. They're good for ethical reasons. If you don't want to eat animals for ethical reasons, that's great. But yeah, like nutritionally, it's It's just a fucking placeholder.
Yeah, I'm not doing. You know what? That's not true. I do a little bit for. It's not out of ethical reasons. I just don't. I feel like I've done my. I've had my time. You know. I've sort of like. If you want to get a prostitute, okay, that's
Yes.
cool. I don't hate you, but I'm not getting one. You know. I've done that.
More prostitutes for us, okay?
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna buy a giant garbage bag full of lettuce, and that's what I will eat.
That doesn't do anything. You might as well
I'm
just drink
Kevin
water.
the fucking turtle.
Why? Why? You don't break. Just.
I love how quickly you give up.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
very salty
Just
about
make
this.
some altercations. It's mellow. We live in LA. You can get that meat at fucking what do you call it? The one that we go to.
I feel like every time I make the altercations, like there's like news report. You're getting cancer from that.
You're being
Well,
negative. That's not true.
See, that's not actually true. The problem is that I think people take their cue from packaging. So like there'll be the shit that we grew up eating, and then all of a sudden there'll be a new thing next to it on the shelf that's like $3 more. That's just like, oh, are you still eating that trash shit? Like, get the really, really good new stuff. And you're like, oh, this looks better, and then you buy it, and then you actually do a little research, and it's like, no, that's not actually. It's better, but it's not nearly as good as it claims to be. You need to actually educate yourself about food. I mean, look, I'm not plugging the book that I did. I did a book with a vegan, but it's like seriously not about veganism. What he believes is that if people learn more about food, eventually a lot of them would end up being vegans, because that's like the more educated you become, that's where you end up. I've learned a lot about food from hanging out with him and thinking about my own shit. I'm nowhere close to a vegan, but like, it's kind of fucking weird that people come out of high school without actually understanding like how food works.
Yeah, I mean,
Man, I left high school with not knowing how anything works.
And if
Yeah, and basic economics and shit like that. Like people, I mean, seriously, why are we teaching kids trigonometry when kids leave high school not knowing what nutrition is?
Good point. And I feel like if you're not a reader, you can watch a couple of documentaries that'll sort you out a little bit too. And it's different. You're younger. It's kind of like if someone tells you that smoking cigarettes is bad for you, and you're smoking cigarettes and you're 20, versus you're smoking cigarettes when you're 55 and someone tells you that cigarettes are bad for you. You're like, fuck, it's probably going to get me soon. Like, so when I watch those documentaries where grass-fed people, like how much better it is for their heart and all that stuff, because that is like most old people die from something to do with their heart or their lungs, and it's like proven that a plant-based diet like eradicates all this heart disease and shit like that. You're way less inclined to get all these things that I'm fully in line to get. So when I watch those documentaries, I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't do it at all. And the only reason I started going back to it is because of that King of the Cage thing. And I talked to Auburn, he's like, if you really want to get the maximum out of when you're going to train that hard, you're going to have to put a little meat in your system. And I felt like it just was easier to do that. But even Tom Payton just texted me because he was listening to the podcast. He's like, what meat do you eat? And I'm like, if I can, because every now and then, like if I go to Hooters or whatever, or something like that, and there's chicken wings, I'm eating chicken wings, and I know that's just straight up crap, but I'm eating them because Katie likes them and we're eating them. But if it's a choice, like my Monday to Friday when I go home, I actually look forward to these two meals that are really good for me. And if Katie can make it, I want the buffalo meat with like the greens and these vegetables in it or whatever. It's like a stir fry thing, or the salmon one. And that's the other thing. With salmon, now you have to get Alaskan fucking, like there's a certain kind of salmon you have to get that hasn't been corn-fed salmon. Like there's another, you can't just get salmon. Salmon's bullshit too. Like you have to get this other, what's it called? Right, it can't be farm raised. Which when you find that out and then you go to the supermarket, you'll find out that every fucking piece of salmon you get is corn fed. It's really, I go to Air One and get the biggest rip-off piece of salmon, rip-off piece of meat that you can get in the world. I'm absolutely positive of it. I mean, I don't need to travel to New York City. Maybe you can get one for $1 more, but I'm paying fucking uncalled for prices because if I go to Vaughn's, I'll just be there forever, being a dick, asking if anybody knows where the salmon is that isn't corn-fed, because they're like, what? What's your fucking problem?
My problem is I actually like the way that the shitty salmon tastes better than the good stuff. I can't really.
Oh, see, I don't have that. See, you can taste. Yeah, see, I don't. I think it's gone past now because I'm telling you, this Aubrey, Marcus, and all these other people where, you go to their house and hang out with them and see what they do all day and how much energy they've got, and they don't have that many injuries and they look super fit all the time. I'm like, what the fuck is with these dudes, you know? And then you look what they all do. Tim Kennedy, all of them, you know? Joe Rogan's 50. Look what Joe Rogan eats. I mean, he's actually a red meat eater. A lot. He seems, because he posts like a lot of red meat, but every piece of red meat he eats is game. Like, he doesn't even, I don't even think he eats cow. I think he only eats deer and elk and all this other shit.
Gazelles.
Dude,
You should start
crossbows
hunting,
fuckers.
Kevin.
Oh, man.
Yeah, hey, we should hunt. We should get a fridge. I would do this. A big fridge, and we'll all go together on a hunting trip. That forms camaraderie on the show.
Right,
Bonding, all hiding in a freezing cold, dark place for the deer to come.
That's right, hiding out,
Mean.
saving each other's lives from bloodthirsty deer.
Betsy, that means you can't talk the whole time we're in there. It could be like 8 hours, and you can't say anything. You do that?
Oh, she's practicing.
All right then.
Wait, Will thinks we're dummies?
Wait, what? Fuck you, Will.
We just finished saying that we know everything. How dare he challenge
Wait, why am I dumb? Because I didn't know?
He thought the first stupid question about how is toothpaste striped, you guys were not the smartest in answering that question.
What? We just thought about it for a second and then we figured it out.
My answer was wrong, but I feel like it was completely logical.
What was your one? Oh, yeah,
They're separate compartments, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was as dumb as I do now. Because Will pointed it out. That we're dummies.
Why don't you enlighten us?
Yeah,
smart one.
Yeah, did you figure it out in Alabama or something?
Dude, I cut all my toothpaste open.
I'm sorry, is that... You're being sarcastic? Too sick to argue, even though you just want to be a prick. You guys are dumb, but I don't want to get into it. Right.
You guys would never understand the complicated process
Of how stupid we are. Right.
Catch him. All right, let's do one more of these. These are fun. Reddit stupid questions. Why does peanut butter come in plastic jars, but jelly comes in glass jars?
I mean, that's not entirely true.
Isn't it?
No. I see jam in glass and peanut butter in glass. I get on it, oh, that's almond butter.
All of the... in my house, I have currently 3 brands of peanut butter, all in plastic, and 1...
Maybe because they're all just 3 different brands of Jiffy.
What's the Smucker, the one where they mix them?
Yeah, the lines of it. That one, I'll
that...
never forget that. When I first saw that when I was in America, I was like, this is the greatest thing ever invented. Because they don't have that in Australia.
Yeah, we should put that on the flag.
I agree.
That was the highlight. Are they still making that? It looks like it's in...
Goober.
Oh, yeah, I see it. They have it at Ralph's. Yeah, Goober Grape Smuckers.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's got to be in a tube a la toothpaste.
That's in glass.
Yeah.
Because
that looks like a glass.
That's definitely
jar.
glass. Because that's what we're really looking for. Is you want the convenience of not having to apply both, right? So why not make it a tube like toothpaste? So I can just take out a piece of bread, squirt, other piece of bread, smash it down. Easiest, quickest, most satisfying PBJ on the market.
Why don't they do that?
Right?
Idiots.
Perfect.
God, do we have to fucking invent everything for these morons? There you go, Goober. Stick it in a tube, squirt it out.
Does jelly just need to be... Okay, so when they put them together and it goes glass, does jelly need glass?
That might be it. Maybe there's something within plastic that messes with the preserves of jam.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's keep speculating on this to troll Will.
Right.
I don't know. Do they?
No, they don't have squeezable jelly and peanut butter.
That's never been invented.
That twirls out into a tube. They don't have that, Will. All right, show me a photo that they do.
Listen, I would prefer to just pick a fight, and when you ask me a question, pretend that I'm not arguing. If that's all right with you.
Oh, he's brilliant today. He is ripe for the fucking picking.
I've missed that guy.
Sick Will is. It's a good time to harass. Yeah, so there isn't one, Will.
So there's peanut butter tubes.
So way to go, yeah.
Still looking for jelly.
You make a whole lot of sense, Will. Good point. Not one fucking photo. No.
Not that Andrew can find.
And we're talking about jelly and peanut butter in a squirty tube. Do you? Because you're not talking about that.
The overall topic is why does jelly come in glass?
No, the overall topic of the show could be anything. What we're talking about right now is imagine if there was peanut butter and jelly that squirted out of a tube together, and you just jump in with squirtable jelly.
Your spreading days
congratulations. Yeah.
It will never happen again.
No shit, there's squirtable jelly. Fucking. The fuck planet are you born on? Of course it's fucking squirtable jelly. Fucking wasn't even the question, is what I'm trying to say. Sick Will. Sick of your sick Will not paying attention to the conversation. Coming in.
Wait. Is
half
that
cocked.
what's that one? That the third one in from the left? Is that squeezable peanut butter jelly? Oh no, it's just fucking jelly. What is so goddamn hard about
Right,
it?
what the fuck? Do I have to make
I mean,
it?
should we call
Betsy, do we need to start a company?
Should we call
Instead of
Smuckers?
sending money to charity, should we
wait.
make this?
Wait, so Smuckers makes Goober, which is the brand name for peanut butter and jelly mixed
Yeah.
together.
No, they make both.
And they make squeezable jelly and squeezable peanut butter.
Yeah.
Can we call Smuckers like right now and
Yeah,
get an answer?
you guys have it all in there, already ready to go.
You don't even need to buy another machine.
Instead of squirting it in the glass, squirt it into the other tubes that you've already got in the warehouse. Boom. New logo. That's all you need. You have a screen printer, obviously. The fuck?
Contact us. Yeah.
Smuckers, motherfuckers.
No, Smuckers, contact us.
Yeah, I ain't got time. I ain't contacting
I want
you.
to see more pictures, more
you
pictures of
free
peanut
money?
butter in jars. I've seen it enough. I've had it up to here. They don't have it, dude. You keep searching for it.
Stop.
It doesn't, they have. Look, they even have an ad that like implies.
Simulates that it could. Wouldn't you imagine? A cartoon that they could actually make in real life. But no, they just did the cartoon version.
Wow! Imagine if this shit just came out of here without you having to
Yeah.
get a knife and spreading it around.
Oh God, that's so weird.
While we're on it,
It's like a
gun
gun factory selling fucking guns and bullets and not figuring out that they go together.
I know.
Can we get Fluffernutter in a tube?
Who?
Fluffernutter?
What's that?
The
I would imagine
marshmallow fluff that comes
Oh, that's
in
not
a
legal,
jar.
right? That's not real. Is that still?
Oh yeah, you can still get
You
fluff.
can't get fluff.
You can get fluff, yeah.
Fluff
and you
is-
can get, and then you gotta
Man.
buy the peanut butter.
Fluff
No,
is
you're right. You
fucked
should
up.
be able to squeeze fluff because that shit gets nasty. So
Yeah,
sticky.
that's so weird. Man, fluff is so wrong.
Yeah, my parents
Fluff
were
is-
very irresponsible for buying me that.
That's some,
I know.
That's some American madman shit right there. Like,
That
that's
was
the
lunch.
difference between every other country is America had some brains
Yeah.
that were just like, fuck it, fluff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I
Second
know.
grade, that counted as lunch.
Oh,
Like, legit. Like, I'm hungry. What's for lunch? Here you go. Here's a Fluffernutter sandwich.
oh no.
Wow. At least we reserved it for like homemade Sundays.
I mean,
and
that's
stuff like
cake.
Yeah.
That's cake for lunch.
That. Right.
It's a treat.
Especially when you consider how much sugar is in like a slice of Wonder Bread. Put some Fluffernutter on that, and yeah, dessert. It's what's for lunch.
Right.
So have we called Smuckers yet?
I'm on hold.
Do we have David Smuckers on the phone?
He's not.
The Smucker Brothers.
Nathaniel Smuckers.
Our invention already exists.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, this person doesn't know.
We've
right?
extensively Googled
I
it.
know, dude. Jake.
Hello.
Yes, Jake.
Hey, thank you for answering. You guys ever heard the Uncrustables? They're like peanut butter and jelly pre-made in a little wrapper.
Uncrustables.
Show me Uncrustables.
Yeah, fuck those things. They're annoying.
Yeah, Uncrustables is
What
nowhere
are
near
you
the same
talking
thing. You
about?
fucking
It's a
moron.
goddamn moon pie.
Fucking sure they've already done it, Uncrustables.
It's a
You
fucking
idiot.
peanut butter and jelly empanada.
What's like a bunch of Wills are calling the show?
You have to keep that thing in the freezer, and then if you want to eat one, you have to thaw it for 60
I'm
minutes.
just surrounded by Wills everywhere.
Yeah, huh?
It does not go bad.
It says you gotta put it in the fucking freezer.
Start and final. It's not in the freezer there. It's just like next to granola.
Wait, Uncrustables have to be in the freezer, bruh.
Yeah.
I bought
It says it on them.
You're eating off Uncrustables.
yeah, that's probably why I got diarrhea.
That's a froze. That's like saying you've eaten a warm Hot Pocket
Yeah, so
that
this
you
is
found
like,
in.
So for people who don't know, Uncrustables, these are
It's a Hot Pocket with peanut butter and jelly.
They're room temperature pockets.
It's like a peanut butter and jelly ravioli.
It's so disgusting. I mean, that is the laziest thing in the world. Like Smucker's bullshit fake bread with peanut butter and jelly in it, or you just put peanut and butter and jelly on a piece of bread and eat it yourself. No, you get this expensive thing in a box that you put in the toaster. So fucking lazy.
Andrew on Twitter says that jelly is packaged hot, which is why it is in glass.
Oh.
But that does not account for the fact that there is jelly available in squeezable plastic. Maybe they
yeah, way to be fucking completely nullified, whoever tweeted that. Because Smucker's makes jelly in the plastic squeezable thing. Therefore, it means that they could do the one with the peanut butter, just like me and Tully have invented. Therefore, proving that you're all wrong, you're all stupid except me and Tully.
Thanks for nothing, Andrew.
What does that mean, Will and all the other Wills on the planet? Because that's exactly what we're talking about. We haven't altered from the conversation of peanut butter and jelly squeezable fucking tubes.
All the other Wills on the earth know what I'm talking about. All the Jasons are confused.
The mics are kind of confused too.
Bullshit.
I'm just basking in the glory of Will's saltiness.
Yeah, I know, right? He's sassy today.
I like it.
Sick sassy.
You got
sassy
spunk,
sick.
kid.
They got moxie. Yeah, military. No, it's not gonna work out. Wait, military makes transportable, squeezable peanut butter and jelly. Fucking military ripping me off. Go ahead, Jason. In a tube. Both of them, as in together, combined peanut butter and jelly in the same tube. Yeah, shit! You Wills don't know jack fucking diddly. We're talking about, one more time, dumbass Wills. We're talking about peanut butter and jelly in a plastic tube that squirts out like toothpaste with an even amount of peanut butter and jelly in every squirt! You fucking idiots!
You got it, dumb or do we need to draw you a picture?
Fucking hell!
Why?
Jelly will slide out way quicker than peanut butter.
You're...
Not if they've been living side by side in perfect harmony.
I know! They've solidified as one! Like toothpaste! Do you think the red is actually the same condensity as the white? Wait.
Do you actually think that, you dummy? You need another picture?
God damn it!
What about if you just dumped out an entire jar of peanut butter and then dumped out an entire jar of jelly in a bowl
Just
and then
mix them up?
whisked them into one like gray
man.
globule?
No!
It'll look gross, but it'll still taste the same.
Well, I don't want it to look gross. I want to know that I'm getting jelly and peanut butter.
Yeah, I want the flavor sensation
Man,
of
if
peanut butter hitting my mouth
Yes!
a second before jam.
Yes! And I want my tongue to feel the separatism.
Oh, yeah, I want to loll my tongue around in the different consistencies and feel them do more with one another.
Right! Chris, we're selling the shit out of this product, by the way.
I'm getting really hungry.
Chris.
Hey guys, I think you're getting really close, and it's an extra thing. You have to pretty much refrigerate all jelly, and if you refrigerate peanut butter, it gets way too thick to be able to easily
Excuse me, sir, but you're an absolute moron as well. You and Will need to fucking get lobotomized.
Yeah. Let me say this real slow, doesn't
Yeah, fuck! Obviously, I didn't say it slow enough. Go ahead.
The fucking
Will, get ready, alright?
already exists, you moron.
Yeah.
You don't put goober
Fucking
in the
fuckers of it on the fucking internet everywhere!
Explain the condensification of red again. I didn't get that part.
You don't put. I have goober. You don't put it in the fridge. You keep it in the pantry.
I've got peanut butter in the fridge
Yeah,
next to the fucking jelly.
Is that condensified enough for you, Will?
That's how you handle a loss.
I know. I love when he concedes.
Yep. Because you know it. Somebody on the phone, I like knows the answer. You don't fucking know the answer.
We have some guy saying, "What? Buy both and squeeze them at the same time."
That's
Like,
ridiculous people on the phone.
We're fucking America. We're better than that.
Go ahead, Owen.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Okay, so I actually make jelly. And jelly has to be done in glass because of the chemical reaction between the pectin.
Why has Smucker's got it in a plastic tube then?
Because I guess they're making it that way, and they are probably packaging it that way.
Right, so that means that they can package the jelly and the peanut butter together. You listen! You it! You can't argue when the same company has it. It has jelly, 3 different flavors in a plastic tube. So fuck off, everybody that thinks jelly has to be in hot glass.
Yeah, people keep explaining to me all the reasons why it needs to be in glass, which is great, except for the fact that they sell it in freezable
Yes! And what about the ones in the restaurant that are in the little plastic things? How'd they get them in there? You fucking idiots!
Yeah, explain diner jelly.
Right! Fucking hundreds of years of diner jelly! And there's fucking diner peanut butter in the little plastic things! Why can't they put them together? Good fucking idiots! I fucking hate with how dumb Will and Ellie's friends are!
Hey, why do we have to do everything?
God!
Just amazing that we are looking at so many different close but no cigar options, and nobody has thought to do this.
It's like people have just gone this weird mental block. Like it's a bunch of Eddie Bravos telling me the world's flat. Like it's no, you don't understand. It's because it's hot. Like there's people on the phone going, yeah, because plastic. No, it's already happened. Oh, look how close Skippy got. Look how close Skippy got. Wow. Please, excuse me, dum-dum, I'm talking. Skippy has peanut butter, creamy, because that makes it a smoother consistency, some of the jelly in a tube next to jelly that is separate. You're so fucking close, Skippy.
Yeah, they're like conjoined ketchup packets.
Just break down the wall.
Kick down the doors of peanut butter and jelly existing.
Ebony and ivory.
Yeah.
In perfect harmony.
I mean, this is insane how dumb everybody is. It's just, you just don't get it. It's just there for the taking. You know what? You would have said an hour ago that it's impossible to reinvent the peanut butter and jelly game. Until right now. Because no one's done it. Andrew's been on the internet for 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, he should have found it.
Yeah, we're just seeing the same jars over and over.
Yeah, and then when you hear people like Will talk, it doesn't surprise me that it hasn't been
A lot of
invented.
people will tell you it is not possible to combine peanut butter and jelly. But my fellow Americans, I'm telling you there is a better way.
I can't believe people are calling this fucking show for so many reasons, but
Yeah.
go ahead. Wait, it's Natal Smuckers.
Finally.
Okay, what is the answer?
The answer is exactly what Will said. The jelly and the peanut butter must be of the same specific gravity or consistency. Otherwise, the thinner jelly will squeeze out prematurely before the creamy peanut butter.
All I'm saying.
Not if it came out of the fridge, it wouldn't.
No, get those fucking scientists on it. You can change the consistency.
Yeah,
of stuff.
and what about toothpaste? How come toothpaste comes out like that? I say you and your parents are fucking stupid, and they haven't figured out how to make jelly and peanut butter the same consistency. Anybody can do it. It's child's play.
Pass, Smuckers.
Yeah, you sound as dumb as you are, sir. Yeah, fucking good day to you. Even Smuckers can't prove me wrong.
Take a hike, peanut boy.
Swinging off Will's dick. Dumb dick. Sarah, welcome to the Jason Ellis Show.
Hi. Well, that I totally stole my thunder because that's basically exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, but you know you're so wrong. Like, how can you say that it's if you put them in a tube together, it'll squirt out different? If you look at it, you go Google Smucker's Goober and then open the lid and look down into the peanut butter and jelly and tell me that if that wasn't in plastic, it wouldn't just fucking squirt out together.
The problem is that the peanut butter is so thick.
Okay. Answer this question.
My microphone broke.
If we have a packet, like picture like a ketchup packet, right? And one is full of peanut butter and the other one is full of jelly. And we put one, we rip both of them open, but we put one on top of the other. So we're applying even pressure. Do they not both empty at the same rate?
I don't think that they do. Well, I mean, they would from
They would.
individual packets.
Yes, they would.
Together because the jelly is
Yeah, you just said yes.
more jelly's going to come out in proportion to the amount of peanut butter that comes out.
But you're saying if I apply the equal amount of pressure to peanut butter and jelly, they will come out at equal rates, is what you said.
No, that's what you said. Yeah, I believe Mel. I think you lied, seriously, and it's recorded. You did? You fucking lied! Everyone's a liar and they're dumb! What?
We're just trying to help.
Yeah,
Come up with reasons why the people are so stupid they've not thought to do this before. I guess is that they've tried, so...
They haven't tried. It's so basic. They actually have tried and succeeded and didn't know. It's under their nose. It's in glass. You got any duct tape? Well, duct tape. Trust me. For the next 30 minutes, duct tape.
But you need to take a break at some point.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll take a break. Wait.
How long of a break do we have?
8 minutes.
Oh, okay.
You need a hand, Kevin?
No, I got it.
That's a funny bit, Will. Well done.
Very good.
That was really, that's about as, where you'd like the show to be all the time. I mean, just breaking away from everything else and going off on a tangent.
Finding some weird pockets and just like live in it.
No, you're fine. Almost done.
Will, you all set coming back? Yeah. Probably be like 20 to 30 minutes.
What time do you want it to come by?
I mean, I don't think there needs to be like a hard out. Like, you can always go to final calls and stuff like that towards the end of it.
I mean, if I have enough to cover, it still maybe be done on time,
I would just say, like, towards the beginning of the conversation flowing, like, don't feel the need to cut it off.
Okay, but at some point I have to cut it off.
Yeah.
What time is that?
Like 50.
Yeah, it's the same place the other ones were breaking, and they sent me out new ones saying that they're metal. These are clearly
Still
plastic. Yeah.
So is it replaced with a plastic piece?
They send me out this thing,
which is supposed to be. They were saying it was a defect in the manufacturing, but
When are you in New York?
I fly tomorrow.
Let's say that happens again.
There's another mic arm in the back.
Okay.
Swinging mic arm.
Okay.
Around for
In
the
the
segment.
engineering closet?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to just like
call me or
Okay.
text me. Just let me know.
Yeah.
There's a giant. Oh, Kevin, there's a giant bag of Snickers in the kitchen.
Oh.
When you were looking for Snickers yesterday. There's other candy in there too, but there's tons of Snickers on the top for some reason.
I make it today or tomorrow. The Snickers. And then the black coffee that I don't know about.
We're not going back to peanut butter and jelly, right?
Contagious or not.
No. Hey, thanks for calling. We're done. Have a good day. Thanks for calling. We moved on from the topic. Have a good day.
I feel way better than
Thanks for calling. Moved on from the topic. Have a good day. Thanks for calling. Moved on from the topic. Have a good day.
You know.
I mean, I don't want to hear from a scientist, but there was like a chemical, what do we call it? Appendix something. I should have looked this out, but anyway, it's the viscosity thing. But he said if you had them in separate tubes, smaller tubes of jelly, you could do it.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, like Kevin said, you can, I mean, they do it all the time, change the viscosity of everything.
Well, also, if it was just a thing, somebody else pointed out, if it was just a thing like, you know, you can put like a little barrette kind of thing in the bottom of toothpaste and you can just slide it up.
Yeah.
If you were just coming from the bottom, it would come out at equal
pressure would push it out.
There's another thing, like when they have the toothpastes that are like solid and stand up, there's something just pushing up from the bottom.
It's like a popsicle, one of those push-up
Yeah, a push pop. Yeah.
Someone said if you do like kind of deodorant with like a twist thing at the end of the tube, it would work.
Well, look, we could go on all day, but we should just move on for a second.
I disagree. I think this has captured the imagination of the nation.
It kind of has.
That's really an interesting thing, though, of why that.
Can you kick that chair away?
Yeah.
Does capture people's imagination, because everybody thinks they have a solution.
It's nice. I just always think, like, after 10 years, it's just amazing when we find a really stupid thing that we somehow never talked about before.
Yeah, plus the attitude on it is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
The presentation is just...
Well, it's just fun, and it's just
dead
like...
on.
Anytime we're living somewhere that feels natural and not contrived, but it's like Jim and Sam wouldn't be here. Ferguson maybe would live. I could see Ferguson getting into that, maybe.
Yeah.
But you know,
But-
it's unique enough.
Yeah, it's definitely this show. It's not anything.
Yeah, yeah. I love all the people who are also trying to solve it. They're like, there is a consistency issue, but if you just made them one sandwich packets, then you wouldn't have that problem. Like, well, yeah, that's true too.
They should shape it like a syringe. You'll see this on Shark Tank in the next month.
Jason Ellis.
The internet is spying on us so fucking hard.
Yeah, I got exposed in photos of me with my brassiere on.
They don't even tell you.
I'm a little bit embarrassed about it,
It's
quite
in the terms
frankly.
and conditions, but who bothers to read all those?
I didn't know that all those selfies-
Apple is giving you a deal on that phone because all they
Yeah.
really want is pictures of you and your brassiere.
Yeah, type in Jason's brassiere and you'll see like a smorgasbord of me just going bananas in all different bras.
What's this brassiere clause in the terms and conditions?
Yeah, I know.
No, because check it out. On this. So I'm here. I'm looking at the internet, and there's a little rotating ad thing over here. And like right now, it's on Exxon because I have a deep and abiding interest in who the fuck I buy my gasoline from. I
Right.
definitely don't do it on the basis of which one's cheapest or closest to my house. I'm really
Right.
brand loyal when it comes to the gas I put in my car.
Mhm.
I just saw a thing saying it's called like the Grommet or something. It's a shaver for your back. It's
Yeah.
basically a back scratcher, but it has a disposable razor on it, so you can just reach, back in like in a scrubby kind of motion and shave your back. And to me, it's so obvious that my internet recognizes that I'm really into world-changing inventions.
Okay.
A la peanut butter and jelly in a tube.
Yeah.
And, like, this is a guy who would appreciate a really innovative, commonsensical invention, but it's spying on me.
And were you not just the other day talking with Dingo about patches of back hair?
Yeah, well, that comes up about once a month here. We talk about our weird, inconsistent,
Yeah.
stray back hairs.
So there you go.
I still get ads from InfoWars. Still, they must spend so much money on Google ads because I've never actually been to InfoWars in my entire life. That's come up on the show like 4 times.
Right.
I'm still getting fat burning tips from Alex Jones.
Speaking of news.
Oh, fuck, man. I didn't see that coming. Sorry. I was really listening to Tully. Sometimes I forget I'm on the show, you know? I'm like, yeah, good point, man. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, fuck, I've got to say something. A lot of people don't know, but I'm in charge of all the buttons, so, you know what I mean? So, fuck, man. I've only got one brain. I'm already inventing peanut butter and jelly squirty things. Now you expect me to hit the fucking button.
A California couple and their 2 daughters went missing. They were just minding their own business, floating down the Amazon River, when pirates attacked the boat.
Wait, I don't think floating down the Amazon River is ever a good idea, right? Because I mean, if it's not, I didn't know pirates, but I would, do you know how big the snakes are out there?
Yeah, that's
Real
where
big.
that's where piranha are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
They're
Amazon
big.
the Amazon is pretty much like the outback of this hemisphere.
Yeah. Well, these people were found alive.
Oh.
And I guess they had to hike through the jungle for several days after pirates overtook them.
Wait, is that their boat?
Except for...
If I was a pirate, I would totally raid that boat.
Except for insect bites and scratches, Adam and Emily Hartu
Yeah.
and their 3- and 7-year-old daughters
That's disrespectful.
were
That's
in
bad
good
parenting.
condition. Yeah, they went out on a boat in the Amazon, and gunmen boarded their vessel and forced it to go to some other city. They were held hostage. They released them, but they had to, trek through the jungle for several days. The brother of the man who was abducted says that this family hopes to inspire others to create, eat well, and spend quality time together and adventure into their own backyards.
Hey, Andrew, why are you showing me rainforest cruises? Does that mean the luxury cruise? Because that looks like a really cool houseboat. But does that have security?
It doesn't look like they have armed.
So it's like you rent it and you've got it to yourself.
I think there's a crew that like.
Right, until they turn on you in collaboration with
Right.
the locals.
Yeah.
And these
A
people
la
haven't
Anaconda.
inspired me to want to go out on an adventure. They inspire me to like stay home and hide in the house.
Yeah, no, pirates definitely bum me out because I always feel like if it's an animal, I've got a chance. But if it's a bunch of dudes that have machine guns, I don't see. You know, I think I'm pretty sweet, but I feel like that's just like make a heroic move and be machine gunned down is pretty much my only option. I don't see me like swatting away multiple little dudes with machine guns and somehow surviving that. It just sounds like you're dead.
They just cut on this promotional video
A
from
shark and them jumping in the water.
Well, before that, it was a bunch of piranha jumping out of the water, and then they showed all the kids jumping in.
Also, you know, Tully talks about like not taking his kid to Disney World when his kid's too young to remember it. I mean, your 3-year-old's not going to remember the trip down the Amazon, are they?
I might remember a little bit of that thing when you were like abducted.
pirates
Yeah, and
get
your daddy got stolen by the pirates.
Yeah, that is the asterisk on that statement
Yeah.
of mine. Is if it's traumatic enough, you will remember it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the unfortunate thing about trauma.
I guess these people will probably make some money though, turning this into a Disney movie, right?
My dumbass adventure.
I know, right? Fucking idiot.
Okay.
Seriously. Fucking both little kids. You're an idiot,
The
dude. Come on.
time I almost murdered my children.
Yeah.
A Disney adventure.
What I say on the show about robots last week. There was a conversation with Dingo. I said, singularity is going to happen. The robots are going to take over the Earth. They're going to launch ships out into outer space and take over the universe.
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
Well, that just happened. No, it didn't.
I
No,
know.
but Stephen Hawking says robots will eventually replace humanity. He believes that artificial intelligence will eventually reach a level where it'll be essentially a new form of life that will outperform humans, and also it will learn how to improve itself and replicate itself, and it will go out into the universe and take over the universe. Basically the same exact thing I said. He's totally ripping me off.
Okay, well,
Ooh, I'm scared.
yeah. You gonna, okay.
I got real problems. I'm still spreading peanut butter and jelly.
How about this
So
for
you
a
don't
problem?
bring that up right now. This is
Yeah.
a sore spot for the,
Yes.
for a lot of people.
It's dividing the country.
It's dividing the country because you don't understand what a little bit of separatism would do for peanut butter and jelly.
Every human on Earth could be dead soon.
Who?
Everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as
If
it's
Will has
everybody.
his way.
No, not from the robots. This is from...
So I won't be alone.
No. At least 128 people have died, 1,300 infected by the deadliest strain of the medieval disease known as a Black Death.
Whoa! Black Death!
Shout out to the plague.
Yeah, pneumonic strain of Black Death.
Whoa!
Plague is happening, and
Old school, man. Coming back.
Got that pneumonic chronic.
they're saying that
The bubonic plague, son.
the pandemic could explode
Whoa!
at any moment.
The squirrel, I remember Donald Schultz telling me that squirrels have it, and I'm like, what? Now? He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Blacks have it, and the squirrels.
I think
That's
it's
what he said.
I don't know exactly how this works, but from what I gather, the bubonic plague is like when fleas bite you and they have it. The like septemic plague or whatever.
Wait,
is
so that
when-
means that a squirrel that has a flea on the
Yeah,
that
that
has
could be
that
bubonic
Yep.
plague.
Ooh.
Then it's septic or something. When it goes, it's a blood transfer. When you come into contact with like animals, dead corpses that had it, and the pneumonic plague is when it can spread from person to person.
Wow.
And that's what they're dealing with. in
What about if you had
Madagascar.
squirrel blood? Then you'd be okay, right?
Yes, if you have squirrel blood, you're fine.
Don't we have like
Squirrel blood would be a cool
Do
song.
we have a cure for the plague just sitting in a freezer somewhere underneath the Denver airport?
I don't know. I haven't watched.
That would seem like
Andrew-
good information to have at your fingertips if you're predicting we're all going to die from it.
Andrew just texted me and said he wanted to do a freestyle about squirrel blood.
Oh yeah.
I mean, okay.
What rhymes with bubonic? We're about to find out.
Oh, Will, you're a dummy. You thought I was gonna rhyme
Hashtag squirrel blood.
A whole rhyme about how he's not gonna rhyme bubonic with anything. That's amazing.
Yeah, very talented.
It was ironic.
So the plague thing, it's really unclear to me, all joking aside, if that's going to kill everybody in the world or just all of the poor people in Madagascar. And I think it went from Madagascar to some other pretty desperate third world nation.
Yeah, but they're starting to quarantine people who've traveled to Madagascar, and also apparently April, I think, ends the rainy season, and that's when it's also the plague season. And if we make it through April, then we're probably going to be okay.
Who?
People.
In general?
Yeah.
Wait, we might all die from the plague soon?
If there's a pandemic.
But there's not going to be, though.
Well, but wait.
One would hope not.
Well, I thought that when the Black Death was raining hellfire upon medieval and Dark Ages Europe, still, it was only killing, I mean, only, but like 20% of the population. Like, even when plague was rampant, it didn't kill everybody. It didn't even kill a majority of people.
I don't think people traveled as much back then.
But if it comes to your town, it comes to your town. People lived in plague towns and didn't die.
We're fine. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Just sounds like we're going to thin the herd a little.
That sounds wonderful.
I mean, we are overpopulated, right?
You guys say that.
We're not?
Well, well, I don't know. A lot of countries' populations are declining.
This is what Black Death would sound like, though, so it's kind of cool.
It's definitely what the rainy season sounds like.
You'd want to have a jacket on if you're in Black Death.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's cool.
Or at least some leather pants.
Yeah, you can have leather pants and just no shirt. You can't wear a shirt. It's raining. You know? So it's a leather jacket. Leather jackets don't get soggy.
Pants.
And leather jacket.
And Andrew's talking about smoking pot.
Always talking about it, man.
He's
Won't
killing
shut
the
up
earth.
about it.
Smoking that left-handed cigarette, Andrew, will make you one of the earth killers.
Why is that?
Because of the growing number of pot farms being planted in remote forest areas, having a major impact on the
but that's the same. If you
environment.
eat nuts, you're doing the same thing,
Well,
too.
you know, it's like, well, look, if corn had been illegal and then all of a sudden it was made legal and people were planting corn all through the forest, then yeah, that would hurt the forest as well.
Less corn, more weed. That's my T-shirt.
We throw away so much corn every year. Why don't we just start planting some weed where we're growing unwanted, unneeded corn?
Yeah! Because corn is subsidized by the federal government, whereas marijuana is illegal under federal law.
What about that?
That's
Think about
true.
that.
Yeah, no, it's causing soil erosion, landslides, especially
Good, that's a
California,
road.
Which, by the way, California grows so much of the pot. 20%, less than 20% of the 13.5 million pounds of marijuana that's grown in California is consumed in California. It all's spread out throughout the U.S. But there's a lot of states that are, legalizing it. Since Colorado legalized it in 2012.
Fuck yeah, Colorado legalizing it! You know what I'm saying, Andrew? Woo! Sound like a pig that finally figured out how to talk, and the first thing it wanted was marijuana.
Right.
Yeah.
By the 20.
What about if he did a movie where the pigs took over the world? And the pig went, no! You know what I mean? Because they don't have hands. But what about if they got so smart, they started standing up and they started to get arms?
What if they built robotic arms?
Because in the monkey movie, those guys get pretty human.
Yeah, there's a SoundCloud file of somebody figured out, like, monkeys basically have more of a capability to speak than they use. Like, their vocal cords and the tubes and shit are pretty similar to ours. It's more that they're too dumb to talk like us than that they lack the ability to talk like us.
Like
So
Andrew.
Somebody made a tiny little file of what it would sound like if monkeys talked.
Would it sound like this? No!
It's kind of similar.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? You plateau and then you rise, and you plateau and then you rise until pigs are just like, how's it going, mate?
After we're all
That's
dead,
a pig from Australia.
the Great Pyramids will still be standing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Archaeologists have discovered a giant
dildo.
No,
Hooker! Tits!
No.
Cheeseburger!
No, hole!
Oh.
It's a hole under the pyramid. And they did this in a really interesting way where they took like these rays that are always, like penetrating the earth and used them like X-rays to find this giant cavern underneath the pyramids. They don't know if it was like a structural thing to help, balance the weight of the pyramid, or if it's, gonna have a bunch of stuff in there.
Obviously, it's a place with the secret stuff in there.
Could be. But it's
and a curse.
Probably.
Yeah, good thing I didn't go in there and somebody else did.
But it's like, how many years is this? Like a couple of thousand years before Jesus?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that tells me that that Jesus is not. He didn't have magical pants.
Well, look, all I'm saying is the pyramids have been around for at least several years.
That's very
and
impressive.
We're still finding stuff about them that we didn't know.
Right. So that means that we could quite easily disappear, and then thousands of years later, it would be very hard to see that we existed, except for maybe this one statue that we made a long time ago.
Right.
What would be the number one thing that would exist? It would be the Great Wall of China, wouldn't it? For China.
Well.
I mean, that's the biggest thing, right?
It's big, but it's not tall. In
It's pretty tall.
In Planet of the Apes, they found like the top of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, but that would crumble too, right? I mean,
it would tip over.
It's made out of what, copper?
Is it?
I think so.
Mostly.
Just saying that
wall.
That's why
it's green. Yeah. I don't know about the guts of it.
But if you take something like a city of
that
New
wall's
York,
on top of really high mountains and shit, though, Michael.
Yeah, it's true.
What would New York be? It would just be like kind of crumbled rock, right?
Well, if it's New York, it would be what Michael said. Statue would be the highest thing, the toughest thing to stay, right?
I don't know. I don't know how long it would take like steel to eventually wear away.
Every time I see a movie where fake New York gets a big tidal wave, the buildings go. Oh wait, I think the Statue of Liberty goes too. I don't know.
Well, it's like kind of the first thing it would hit because it's up on its own little island.
Yeah.
I love books that are written by people that were like in the White House, whether they're Secret Service or maybe like the communications director or whatever. I'm really looking forward to this book that James Comey is going to put out.
Who's that?
Yeah, the fired head of the FBI.
Yeah, he's the guy that some would say screwed up the Clinton election by saying, "Oh, we're still investigating that email shit" right before the election, and some would say was fucked up Trump with the Russian shit or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like regardless of where you sit on any of this shit, like at a certain period of time, it was blatantly obvious to half the country that he was dead set on fucking over one party. And like 7 months later, it was blatantly obvious to the other half that he was dead set on fucking their party.
See, I don't see
and
it
nobody
that
saw
way.
And nobody saw the fucking irony in that whatsoever.
I don't, because when I saw him testifying in front of Congress, I thought, here's a guy that quite possibly is not motivated by politics and is actually trying to do the right thing. I was impressed by the guy. So I would really like to read his book and his take on all the stuff going on. You know? Anyway. Todd was talking about the sneakiness of the internet, trying to spy on your brassiers.
Yeah.
They're after my nip-nips.
Yeah. Apple was praised by privacy experts in September for assuring that the facial data that unlocks your phone won't be anywhere on the cloud or anything. It'll only be stored in your phone. But, as it turns out, while Apple made that promise, the app developers did not make that promise.
Yeah, so that means it's a lie?
If you have an app that uses facial recognition technology, then yeah, they can store it in their servers.
Okay, so if they store your face in the server, what happens to you?
They just have your biometric information stored.
Yeah, so?
I mean, well, anything that's unlocked by your face could therefore be unlocked if someone got access to that information.
How many fucking things do people unlock with their face?
Well,
there's gonna be a lot more. That's the new iPhone.
Yeah, I mean your phone.
Yeah,
which contains everything that you've ever done in your life.
Oh God, I posted it. Okay.
No, look, it takes a lot more than just a photograph of your face. There are all sorts of biometric pieces of information that they use.
If I get the new phone and I can't make my thumb do it, I have to do my face.
I think you can choose various forms of unlocking your phone. Okay. I would hope so. If you're headed to a particular restaurant in Tampa, Florida to enjoy a family meal,
Hulk Hogan's joint,
you're gonna have to leave the kids in the car.
No do-rags.
No, damn it.
Hampton Station is a popular pizza place. In Tampa, it's banned all children.
A pizza place?
Yeah.
Ah.
They
Adult pizza.
They started October 24th with a sign just posted on the door that says "No children."
Yeah, wow. Adult pizza though, that's edgy. What's on it? Like, is it real weird pizzas
No.
like cantaloupe and cauliflower
They
pizza or
serve
something?
beer there.
Did they specify what they mean by child? Because like, can 14-year-olds not go there?
See that? I don't know.
What about if you're like a bit of a baby at heart?
Yes. What if
there are people who are like that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I go?
This restaurant that uses action figures to like hold up the order markers, of course, there's angry parents who are like, yeah, you like my children or whatever, but I mean, the market determines whether you're going to stay in business by not welcoming children or not.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would bring up about this is that, federal law prohibits discrimination based on race, religion, age.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So you're not allowed to do that.
Can you...
What about, can't they just say that they've got porn playing in there and then kids can't, you have to be 18 to go in there?
But I think a private business has the right to refuse service to anybody they choose.
No, they don't.
They don't?
No, because you just said so.
They all have that sign.
Well, I mean...
But they can't, they can refuse service, but they can't do it on the basis of we don't serve women in here.
Yeah,
They can do it
or
just-
kids.
just you're an asshole.
Yeah, but they can totally say no kids in here because I went to this one gay bar ages ago. It still exists, where it has a dick in neon and cum squirts out of it and goes around from one side of the bar to the other. If you had that in the bar, like, your kid can't go in there, right? There'd just be like, you can't come in here. I mean, you can come in, just know that there's a neon penis that shoots neon cum.
Well, the owner said that...
Probably don't want your kids to see that.
Parents had there are a lot of parents who had a hard time controlling their children, and to him that represented that he might be liable if some sort of accident. If your kids are running around, they trip the waiter, and a knife goes in the back of somebody's head.
You're saying this town has hard to handle children?
I don't know.
What the
look,
fuck?
There's a coffee shop down the street that we talked about a while back on the air that has a no children policy, and I was like, fuck these guys.
What about this?
And they went out of business, by the way.
What about when you have the hotel where it has the adult pool and the kids pool?
Hey, look, if you run a business, you should be able to run it any way you want.
I'm just saying, when they have that, what about when a kid goes down to the adult pool? Because I guarantee if that happens, which I'm sure has happened several times, especially tourists from other countries don't know that one pool's adult pool, I wouldn't say anything to anybody. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, fucking stiff shit. But
somebody would.
But, well, if they can and then they get moved out, is that... Because I think that eventually would happen if there was like two kids that were just jumping in the pool for an hour or two. Somebody from the staff would have to tell the parents to get their kid out of there because this is the adult pool. What's the difference?
I support adult pools. I just was at a hotel with my family recently over the 4th of July weekend, and kids were just raging in the family pool. And I was glad that there were adults who were enjoying a nice adult weekend together that didn't have to put up with this shit, because it's two very different scenes. I'm weird on this. I'm not talking about a blanket statement. I'm sure you can come up with some counter examples that that would make what I'm about to say a little bit thornier. But the whole cakes for gay marriages. If you really feel that strongly that gay people shouldn't get married, you don't have to, I can't make you make my wedding.
Right.
Just fuck you. You said fuck you to me for my gay marriage. Fuck you and fuck your shitty cake and fuck your backwards ass dummy mind.
Right.
But if there's enough people who want to support you in my town, and I will spread the word. I will go on Yelp. Be like, by the way, they won't make cakes for gay people.
Right.
If that's cool with my town, probably gonna move, to be honest with you. But I support their right to do that. It's their business.
Right. I agree.
Live and let live means
exactly.
Live and let live means also letting the people that you disagree with live their dumbass way too.
The only problem I have with that is it's always gay people or blacks. It's never like, we don't serve white people. It's always when somebody says you can't come in, it's usually one of those two things. Or women. You can add that one too on there. It's always this weird where those ones get pointed out.
I bet you in certain very segregated cities you could find, say in a really black neighborhood, a bar you could go into, where as a white guy you might feel like you were not totally welcome. I bet you could find that.
Oh yeah, no, I've been to that bar, but you're still allowed in there.
Right.
Nobody told me to leave, but man, I felt it
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, but what about?
And I never had a problem with that either. I'm in your fucking hood.
Well, but what about people with disabilities? I mean, I do.
I
think
hate
that-
it when they come to my establishment.
I do think that federal law.
I do not support people in wheelchairs getting married.
No,
That's my right.
No.
I've complained before at restaurants. Excuse me, there's a disabled person here.
No, but I mean, federal
No
law.
walking, no babies.
Federal law does require you, if you have a restaurant. to
Federal
have,
law
like,
requires you to walk in here
a
on your
wheelchair-
own
no,
feet.
A wheelchair ramp.
No
Or,
wheelies.
you know,
I know, and you
bars
know what? And that one's really dicey. And there's a really good counterexample that I don't have an answer to. Yeah, Jason, you know that? Like, you could open like a tiny little hot dog shack that you're only planning on clearing like $500 a month, like a real low budget operation, and they will make you build a ramp that
Yep.
has access. And you might well say,
And you
know
can't
what?
say I really don't like people in wheelchairs.
Well, you can't
they
even
freak
say,
me out.
look, man, I don't really make any money here. How many people with wheelchairs are really going to come here anyway? I can't build a handicap bathroom and a handicap ramp, and that might put me out of business. Like, that's a legitimate concern, but we've just made the decision, handicap people,
Yep.
we make accommodations for them.
Right. Yep. I hope you're happy, handicapped people.
Really?
Have you made your reservations for Sex Island?
Yeah, no, I'm already there. All aboard. That's my
Well,
house, Sex Island,
you're
baby.
gonna have to change your plans.
What? Wait.
They're trying to.
I'll wave to you from masturbation.
Oh man, I've cruised up along that ship several
With your
times.
left hand. No, an official in the Colombian government may be putting the brakes on Sex Island, which is a holiday package run by the Good Girls Company, and is due to take place between November 24th and 27th. Isn't that Thanksgiving?
Who cares?
Anyway, it's supposed to take
You killed
place
Indians that day. What's
on
that so?
an unspecified island off the coast of Colombia. The itinerary for the trip, according to the Sun, states that it'll include a group orgy on day one. Each guest will have the chance to enjoy the company of 16 women at once.
What?
It will include a party on a yacht for 100 people and describes itself as drug-friendly. There was a promotional video for the holiday, but it was taken down by YouTube. It claimed unlimited sex included.
That's awesome.
The organizers.
Where's the problem?
I know, I'm waiting for it.
Claimed
Peanut
that,
butter and jelly or something?
The organizers claimed that British pop star with many #1 hits is among the guests attending the event.
George Michael?
That's Tom Jones.
No.
He's dead.
I know. He's just there.
Tickets are about $2,000 each. But
How?
But
Adele just gobbling.
just at the end of a table, just running gobble trains.
Colombian officials say it is unacceptable for
Hors d'oeuvre
Colombia
cock.
to be
For hours.
promoted as a sex destination.
Just loads all over it. Just loads pouring out of her mouth every time she talks.
10th grader was eating lunch at Clinton County, Georgia High School.
Wait a minute, how about Sex Island? Can I go?
No. I mean, well, I don't know. Right now, I think it's still open, but they're trying to stop it.
From happening?
Yes.
But
best get to fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get on that. Give me the number to that place. I'm gonna fucking hit that island before it's over.
Other quick news, 10th grade girl was eating lunch in a cafeteria at a school in Georgia when the TV started showing porn.
Oh, that reminds me. I want porn on my screens when we're in here. The Jason Ellis show is supposed to have logos on the wall. I'm like, I just want to have like Steve-O's dick on there or something.
And don't forget, Saturday is the full beaver moon.
What?
The full beaver moon is this Saturday.
Wait, like the moon looks like a pussy or
all,
something?
No, all full moons are given names that correspond with the timing of events. Apparently, like this is when people would go hunt down beavers, so they would have enough furs for the winter, and it's the full moon that happens now.
Wow, that's cool, man.
So daylight saving. This
Blood
weekend,
moon, hunter
too.
moon.
I just found out that we're supposed to be moving tomorrow. We can't move. That's what I was supposed to be doing this weekend. Turns out we just switched over like the power and whatever in our name. Turns out the last guy who was there has, how is this possible, $8,000 in unpaid electric and water bills.
Wow.
God,
and they need And they need to vet and basically make sure that we're not just his buddies.
Yeah.
Because he already did that.
Yeah.
once.
Wow, he's good.
So our entire house is packed up.
It's like a
And
catch me if you can of
And I
electricity.
have nowhere to live now. We've tentatively rescheduled for Monday, but there's no guarantee that our shit will be on by then. So.
People fucking the system.
You're welcome to stay with Kevin.
I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh man, that's a family house waiting to happen right there.
Right.
Kevin and a roommate.
Yeah. Why travel all that way to Sex Island when we can just go to Kevin's place?
That's a TV. That's a TV show. I just realized. All you guys in the morning preparing breakfast, kids off to school.
Tell
I
his
just
kid-
realized Kevin's not awake.
Tell his kid tearing through the comic books.
Playing his video games.
He likes drawing a lot these days on everything.
Great.
Elstronics, I'm doing a live one tonight on YouTube and all that stuff. Anybody wants to check it out? Blah, 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 blah. Will's cool. I don't know.
Go to
Andrew, what are you promoting?
willscool.com.
Andrew's promoting his new rap album. Coming shortly.
That's the name of it?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Coming shortly. All right. Don't die.